Welcome, everyone, to the Sweet 16, the 16th version of Rock Coliseum. Join with me are my friends John Mark and Crash from ARTV, Spectrum Pulse, and Crash Thompson, respectively. This is where we take your suggestions for over 2 hours and give a thumbs up or thumbs down on what's great and what's hot garbage. Yes, I know some of you try to intentionally give hot garbage. I'm still not sure why. Before we explain the rules better of Rock Coliseum and what we do, I'd like to have these gentlemen introduce themselves first. John, if you would.
Hey everyone, my name's John. I run the channels ARTV and Beyond ARTV on YouTube. Talk about music and all sorts of stuff like that, mainly in the alternative indie rock and pop world.
Very nice. Mark, if you would.
Hey there, folks. Mark, I'm the host of Spectrum Pulse, where I talk about music, movies, art, and culture. A lot of album reviews, year-end videos of some kind. As of recently, it's been more on the video essay front. I've got a pretty big one coming up in August. We'll get to that later. I also run the Billboard Breakdown channel, where I talk about the inanities and unfortunate insanities of the Billboard Hot 100.
God bless you for dealing with Billboard. Crash, if you would.
Hey, people, I'm Crash Thompson, and I have no idea who these people are. I just wandered in here. Who are you people, and where is my horse?
Crash,
That's not your line. That's not your line.
Crash really has amnesia if after more than 16 of these, he's like, who the heck are you guys? And how did I get on this Discord chat?
16 years and 5 years of this, and I still don't have the hang of it. God,
Crash is like, new backdrop, who dis?
Yeah.
Some of us have been drunk the entire time.
To be fair,
for some of them, yes.
Happened.
I said before, 2020 does not exist for time. It doesn't count. And some of us acted that way. So that makes sense. Also, we were talking before, over 5 years of Rock Coliseums, everybody.
5-year anniversary.
Crazy.
Ish. Sure.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah, I don't remember the exact date.
Yeah, it's easier to remember it's been over 5 years than counting up each individual Rock Coliseum, because even I don't know at this point. So
we'll say today is our 5-year anniversary. So celebrate by hitting the like button 5 times.
Exactly. It's an odd number, so that way it'll work out. We'll still get the like.
Exactly.
Yeah. That reminds us, before we get started, while I'm explaining this, please hit the like button if you are here. That does help a ton to push the stream to other people on the homepage and to referrals and things like that. Also, if you're on Twitter, Discord servers, whatever, please share the link out. The more people we get here, the better. The more it helps. This is always fun, but the more people in the chat we have, the better. Rock Coliseum is where we take your suggestions, albums, bands, artists, songs, whatever that might be, and we'll take a thumbs up or thumbs down on it. We'll all decide amongst ourselves, and if it's a thumbs up ratio, they are good in our books. If it's a thumbs down, we give them a funny punishment. If it's a tie, we let you, the audience, choose as our tiebreaker now that YouTube allows poll integration, which I think is a blessing. Thank God. That's way better. It only took YouTube, 15 years? Who knows?
Yeah. It took them long enough.
It's better than us fighting each other to the death.
It is.
Like we used to do.
YouTube is the most stable of any social media platform right now.
Yeah, it is weird to think about, isn't it?
YouTube's not changing their name, so I mean, that's something too.
Yeah, exactly.
Goodness. So, that being said, all I ask is that in the first hour, this is a free reign. Anyone can give suggestions and names in the chat. I have chat popped out. We all pause it at random and give that. The second hour is dedicated to Super Chats. You see many of them coming up right now. And before we even started, Super Chats are read at random. Do not think you have to get them in order. They'll be read at random, so get the Super Chats in. And we will cover every Super Chat, even the ones we can't cover because of time, in a document that we'll post after. Every single time. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of these. Let me type this out now. We will get to as many Super Chats as possible. Keep them coming. There. I typed it out. Finally, for the first hour for this free-for-all, we ask that the suggestions be something that all 4 of us have a good chance of knowing. If you suggest a band like Zack and the Zactones, not any of us are going to know that, and it's not going to lead to good discussion.
Although I keep hearing them going in this weird political direction, I'm not sure it fits them. Like the Embrace of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, it's a little passé.
Yeah. Honestly,
I mean, it's such a 2005 move. It's such I'm a 13-year-old atheist and I just read Richard Dawkins for the first time. Like, I
have to say though, it's perfect for 2005 because they're going Zack core. That's the new direction.
Okay, yeah.
Political Zack core.
And here's where I heard all of you and say 2005 was 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me this.
2005 is an adult now.
I don't. need
2005 can vote. That's right.
Exactly.
2005 can drink in Canada.
I
that's
almost
true.
said drink, and I was like, wait,
that's right.
not unfortunately,
No,
not here.
Legally,
Not for us,
not
no.
legally. There you go. So, that being said, I think I got all the explanation done. Did I miss anything, gentlemen? Did I miss anything, chats?
I
I
don't
think
believe so.
Okay.
I think we're all squared away.
I believe we are too. I just want to double check and make sure. Let me get one quick last copy of the super chats to make sure, in case there's a crash of somehow. That way everything's saved. That's saved my butt so many times. I want to say 99% of the super chats so far are legit good ones. I'm happy with that. So
Good on you.
that's a
Good
better.
on you. We
That's
appreciate that.
that's a better ratio than most streams. So I can't really be mad about that. So
Very true.
Because we have to go through all of them, and believe me, the ones that suck, we let you know.
yeah, we're not afraid to have to deal with that too. So.
Sometimes we're filling out those sheets at like 2, 3 in the middle of the night
Yeah.
or something, or early morning.
Yeah.
And
It's like I'm
those
losing.
bad suggestions aren't going to get you far.
Yeah, I'm losing sleep for this. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think it's time. This is where the audience is allowed to give any suggestion they want. It could be a band versus band, a song versus song, album versus album, or it could just be one isolated one. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Get those suggestions in. There is a 5-second delay, so that way there's no spamming. For the love of God, we get enough of these in as it is.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
So, and we go here and stop. You know, we have not done that one, and that's at least in the same realm. Hats off for that one for the first one. Keep the super chats coming, by the way. Wolfmother versus Greta Van Fleet.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I get it.
get it.
I'm fine
I
with this
get it.
being the
I like
start,
where your
yeah.
head's at with that one.
Hats
Yeah.
off for a good starting one, too.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone have a suggestion? Okay.
I got one, yeah.
Okay. Wolfmother. 1, 2, 3.
I'll be the odd man out.
Okay,
Fine.
fair.
Fair
That's
enough,
fair.
fair
I'm,
enough.
I'm close
We need
myself.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greta Van Fleet. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I get that too, Mark. I get it. So, John, as you were the thumbs down, or you were the thumbs up for Wolfmother, would you go
I
ahead?
was about to say. Yeah. Okay. So, my little history lesson, real quick, with Wolfmother. That was one of their first like self-titled album. Was one of the first albums that I ever bought. I remember going to Circuit City so long ago. That ages me.
Wow,
Right there.
we are old.
To pick that up, I bought that and AFI's December Underground the same day. And I was so stoked on that album. So I definitely have a soft spot for, I think his name's Andrew Stockdale or something, the main guy behind Wolfmother. And, you know, obviously this comparison is probably being made because of the, shall we say, retro rock isms of that they're kind of regurgitating of the past.
Yeah.
And neither of them are groundbreaking bands in either way. I don't really hate or dislike either of them, but I don't love either of them.
Sure.
So it's just kind of a slight like I enjoy maybe a little bit more of Wolfmother's discography than what I've heard of Greta Van Fleet to this point. And Luke, I kind of agree with what you said in your short review of that, of it just kind of
It exists.
Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
It exists.
Yeah.
It's
fine.
there. There's a couple of
It's
songs
not
that
bad.
I think are pretty good.
Yes.
but-
They can stand up, but yeah, I'll just go really quick for the positive side of Greta Van Fleet. The biggest edge for me is one, Wolfmother never had anything really worth going to after the self-title, like Cosmic Egg and stuff. It's just like, it's okay. What happened? The other reason why is Greta Van Fleet, I'm still interested to see what they do next. That is something. And I know that's not the best argument, but again, on this previous album, Starcatcher, there are a couple songs that are like, okay, this is something. I just wish you could do it more. And quickly, the final thing that was the nail in the coffin, why Slight Edge? I've seen both of these bands live. Wolfmother's not the most fun.
Okay.
I don't know
yeah,
how
I
to
have not
say
seen
that.
Wolfmother, so,
That's what I remember hearing about.
Greta
those
Van
guys.
Fleet was fun. I'll at least give it that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Mark, why don't you go ahead for Greta Van Fleet?
I'll keep this short. Wolfmother was one of those bands I kind of had a moment, and then kind of that moment went, and I was in that moment probably, I want to say 6 years late, because I had a compilation from like 2000s era music, and I found them on there, and I'm like, oh, this exists, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then I went back to it, I'm like, it's fine. Greta Van Fleet, again, I think we're always hoping that they have a little bit more potential to manifest something that's kind of interesting.
They do.
And I'll say this, there are Greta Van Fleet songs I remember more than any Wolfmother song.
That's fair. I mean, I get
That's
that
totally
too.
fair.
So, Crash, if you would.
To be honest, I don't know. I think y'all covered it. The problem with both of these bands is they both evoke that classic 70s rock, kind of arena rock kind of style, but there's also just not much to say about either of them necessarily. I don't know. Some people got a lot to say about Greta Van Fleet. They're in my comments anytime I review them.
There are some Karens and 40-year-old mothers that love Greta Van Fleet way too much.
The discourse on both sides is so loud with
pretty
this.
loud. Yes. I don't care for it coming in either direction, frankly. I don't hate either of these bands, but I feel like Wolfmother, they came just a little bit too early. Like if they'd broken in like 5, 6, 7 years later,
I agree.
they'd have probably been able to capitalize on like the sort of boomer second wave nostalgia that's kind of happening right now.
Yeah.
And Greta Van Fleet just took that up when Wolfmother flamed out, and there's just not much to say. I like Woman. Woman's a good song.
That's my favorite.
Great song.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Same.
I think I heard that in like a Tony Hawk game and really liked it. Don't have much else to say outside of that.
Okay, before the punishment, can we please refer to this retro rock revival of Greta Van Fleet, Dirty Honey, all that stuff, boomer rock, please?
Boomer wave.
Boomer wave.
Yeah, boomer wave.
Fine.
I kind of like boomer
wave. It has to exist, everyone. It has to.
If we have boomer wave, Steely Dan is a part of that boomer wave. I'm putting them there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they exist. They're still doing it now, so yeah, it counts. So, Wolfmother, what's their punishment? I mean, they've been whittled down enough to just playing mid-card festivals occasionally?
It's mainly a solo thing at this point anyway.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Can he get some...
Does their lead singer guy still have that huge afro?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, if so, shave
it off. He has to shave it off,
it.
And he has to get some type of personality on stage. Anything.
That's I have heard that was the only other thing I remember from Wolfmother. Everyone I know who ever saw them live said they were terrible.
It was just like a vacant performance. Like it was just like almost like it was terrified. So okay. Good suggestion. We like that one. You know why? Because that's something different. Made us think. Nice. Good job. Keep them coming. Keep the super chats coming. We'll get to them in the second hour. Whoa, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
I almost copied the wrong thing. Oops. Keep the super chat coming. We'll come as many as possible. And stop. We're going back to the 80s for some of the biggest rock hits of that decade. Song versus song. Journey, Don't Stop Believin' versus Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. You took that best of the 80s hits compilation album and just picked two songs from it.
Yeah, sure did.
Two that are really overexposed, if we're being honest.
Overexposed.
Yeah, I was about to say, I could probably go the rest of my life without hearing either of these, and I'd be okay.
All right, does everyone have an answer to... Yeah. Okay.
I think I have one.
In the order they're read. Journeys, Don't Stop Believin'. 1, 2, 3. I kind of had that feeling. Yeah. Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. 1, 2, 3. Bon Jovi got a unanimous thumbs up in 2023.
Wow. I figured someone would vote.
The chorus is such a banner anthem and defines Bon Jovi. I feel like Journey has more that defines them than the chorus of Don't Stop Believin'.
There's better songs than Don't Stop Believing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there are much better songs.
Even if it had been any way you wanted, it might have been a harder.
Separate Ways, Wheel in the Sky. Everyone forgets Wheel in the Sky. Yeah,
and you took the number one Bon Jovi song too. I think that's also fair. So,
but again, like Bon Jovi, Bed of Roses, You Give Love a Bad Name, Wanted Dead or Alive.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I think pushed it over the edge for me personally is that man, oh man, does Living on a Prayer go off at karaoke?
Yes.
Oh, especially if you're there with a group.
You don't even
got
need
everybody to sing along.
You don't even need a karaoke speakers in the mic. They'll just do it live right there.
Yeah.
Better than you think because the key change on the final chorus.
See,
that will fuck you up. But at the same time, like I've also heard like Don't Stop Believing It karaoke so many times.
So many times.
I feel like that would be.
overdone.
I feel like that'd get boring at
Yeah.
karaoke.
It
Faster,
does.
faster.
Does.
So
It
I think I've
does.
said this before. The only
Absolutely.
version that I liked was an old, like a middle-aged Filipino woman used to go up and do it, and she sang it like a gospel song.
oh,
Ooh.
It's
Okay.
incredible.
How do
I
we-
thought it was amazing, but like that's the only version of it I would go back to, really, because I'm kind of done with it otherwise.
yeah.
I prefer the Glee cast version.
fuck off.
Oh goodness. That's John's decision, everybody. Anything Glee related, that was not here.
I'm gonna take the
Oh.
midnight train right on out of here.
Ugh,
Oh man.
man.
Oh,
Ugh.
that just gave me a headache.
Is that Journey's punishment? They have to be on the Glee cast if the show ever comes back.
We're resurrecting it. Yeah.
Oh
God.
goodness.
No, none of you resurrect Glee. All of you people. Thing is, we're getting close. We're starting to
With
get
the
close
writer's
to
strike,
nostalgia
they
for
might
that
try.
for that
Yeah.
era. Yeah, that
Neil
people
Sean
like
is
us
gonna
do
play
not bring
Will.
back Glee.
Ugh.
I don't even know that the fact that there's been a talk of Glee revival for the past 2 years.
I know. I saw
Do
that with
not
Hollywood.
bring back Glee.
You heard him, people. Do it. Get it trending.
Oh god! If you're trying to get Glee to trend, you're gonna get a lot more feedback
You're
than
gonna need
other
a lot
stuff.
of work. Yeah.
What if we all audition for it together?
I don't think that's gonna help us.
Tommy used to work on the dock.
I'm afraid I'd get in, and I'd hate myself for it. Oh,
We're the new teachers at the high school.
Yeah,
That'd be worse. Ugh.
I'll be the janitor.
Like in Scrubs, you just beat up
Yeah.
everybody.
Oh, see, yeah, no, that's
That's
the best
actually
part
not
to
bad.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that gig.
Okay. Good suggestion. A fun one. A simple one. I'm fine with that too. Nothing
Oh, yeah.
crazy yet. And stop. We haven't done that one before. Okay. I think I know where this is going, and it's kind of a bummer, but I get it. Band versus band. System of a Down versus Ice Nine Kills.
Oh,
Doesn't feel fair.
I don't think this is fair.
You're
We can do it, but
It's the big kid kicking on the little kid. But
it's a little, yeah.
System of a Down. 1, 2, 3.
No
mean,
disrespect to Ice Nine Kills.
Coming
at
from
all.
a fan, yeah, but
But-
that's a stacked fight in that case. Not even the same weight class. So
Yeah.
I mean, Ice Nine Kills does not have a deer dance. They don't have a toxicity.
don't.
I just
They don't
listened
have
to
a
Toxicity
spiders.
the
they don't
other
even
day,
have a
and
bounce. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to hear their cover of it, though.
Oh, that would be fun.
I bet they do an okay job at it.
They do better than Lil Uzi Vert covering systems.
Well, I think pretty much anything's got to be better than that
So.
cover.
Well, yeah, by default. So yes. So
Ugh.
anyone have anything they want to add? No, it's not a
I think
challenge. So
You got to take into context, of course, if you're looking at it with the entire discography, Ice Nine Kills has some stinkers.
They
early on.
really, especially some of their really early
it
stuff.
took them a while to
Yeah.
find their footing. A while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And System just has this compact yet phenomenal, 5-album discography that's just, it's going to be hard to put a band
Yeah.
like that up against them and expect anyone to flip.
They didn't do a ton, but a lot of the stuff they did is pretty
It's really
golden. So
Yeah.
it's hard to beat. Hard to beat.
Even the comeback singles that I thought were really good that they did for charity a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Mm.
Too bad they can't do more of that.
Yeah.
Or anything. I can't do anything.
Y'all, I'm amazed we even got that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Real
I'll
talk.
take what I can get.
Yeah.
Okay. And stop. Fine. Someone
Oh,
thinks
no.
they're hilarious.
Oh no, dude! I'm already judging you.
We'll make-
do I need to
yeah.
get the
Already
zoom? Do I
laughing.
need to get the zoom out, Luke?
Well, yes.
Okay.
We'll make this.
I'll have
fun.
it on standby.
You better have little sweetie ready for this one.
She is also on
I was about to
standby.
say, in frame.
Simple Plan versus Machine Gun Kelly. Ha ha ha.
Actually, I think we can have a good discussion.
We're gonna have a discussion with it, but do you all understand now the zoom ins on this?
He's disappointed in you.
Okay.
I just want to.
Let's try to take this seriously. 'Cause I
Let's,
think
yes,
we-
yes.
Okay, we
Okay.
will.
All right.
Simple Plan. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And I get it. I don't even.
I'm not going to make an argument for either. You're not going to hear me complain. So, all right. I don't like either.
I'll play devil's advocate a little bit. I've heard some Machine Gun Kelly's hip hop stuff. The man can flow when he wants to. He can do the rapid fire thing. I mean, that's where he got. Isn't that where he got the name Machine Gun Kelly because of his spit stuff? Sure.
Yeah.
It's not. I'd say I've heard better, but he's talented. It does take talent to do that, and he does possess that. Okay.
And taking its outside personalities before Eminem banishment, yeah, I can see some of that stuff standing up a little bit. So
like he's not.
The problem wasn't so much talent as it was what he was doing with his talent, and that's where I think the cringe factor came in for me. It was like what he was choosing to write, lyrically and stuff like that.
I feel he's always made very stupid music. I will say, but
sure,
yeah.
But so is Simple Plan. So
I mean, my argument is, I still think Tickets to My Downfall is a great album because it's dumb and it rolls with it, and I could get into that mindset. And arguably, I think it's shockingly well produced for what it is, and it's got great guest performances for what it is. It's the sort of album I've always said Lil Uzi Vert should be on it. It would make sense. But then my issue is that as much as I've liked Simple Plan, and there's parts of me I've liked Simple Plan songs, their self-titled album is good. I will legit say it is good.
Sure. They're best.
I can't say it would ever make a year-end list, and Tickets to My Downfall did, even if it was in the mirror hellscape of 2020.
Yeah. That's an asterisk.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's very fair.
Can we punish them both just for fun?
Absolutely.
I'm not against that.
Okay. So my thinking with Simple Plan is that they have to do an entire tour based off that Flow Rida song they did.
Oh no.
That unlocked a memory.
And Machine Gun Kelly has to go open for Eminem.
That seems only fair.
Maybe I would. Are free tomatoes and eggs given to the front row? Goodness.
Oh, I would go. Emma, I would go. I would buy a ticket to that.
Yeah.
To that downfall.
Fair. Very nice. Dumb suggestion.
Here it is.
Yeah, here you go. Here's what you get. Dumb suggestion, but we made the best of that mess. Well done, gentlemen. Keep the suggestions coming. Super chats coming. We'll get to as many as possible in the second hour. By the way, for those interested, gentlemen, you can't see this, but that is my good boy Pearl.
Oh, hi, Pearl. Oh, now I can see her.
I was about to say I can kind of see her.
Little guy.
He's my
little man. Oh,
named after.
I see the picture
on the stream. Yeah, he's named after Pearl Jam.
Oh, brilliant!
And he is cuddling up for a nap. He worked hard today making biscuits. So
yeah.
For those of you unaware, yes, I will stop an entire stream just to pet my animals. I do not care.
I have zero objection to this.
Thank you.
Zero.
YouTube
My
wants
only
cats.
objection is that we need pet cam on the Discord end.
That's true. I'll have to figure that out somehow, but I'll do it. So, moving on. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let's pull this back up and stop. Band versus band again, but I like this one because it doesn't make me sad. Going hard on the hardcore scene, Knocked Loose versus Code Orange.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Fair one, too. We haven't done this. This is a good combination.
Yep.
Okay. In order, Knocked Loose. 1, 2, 3. Really?
I
get it.
I'm on the edge, though. I get that. You know what? Okay, I'll be the contrarian.
Yeah.
I will push myself over. I'll be the contrarian.
For Code Orange, 1, 2, 3. For Knocked Loose, Mr. Crash Thompson.
You know, again, this was close for me.
I get it.
But because, again, both of these bands are really, really great. I just feel like Code Orange has been around for a little bit longer. They've had a chance to impress us a little bit more. They've released some banger as hell albums. But for a band as new and as fresh as Knocked Loose is, they are, in terms of their career, they're just getting started. And they have been very, very impressive with the stuff that they've been able to drop so far.
Sure.
And I see very good things for them in the future. If they don't, I mean, knock on wood, but I've been very impressed with what I've seen from them. There have been a few Code Orange songs and singles here and there I haven't been too psyched about. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new single. I don't know, neither here nor there.
The one with Billy Corgan
The
on
one
it?
with Billy
one?
Corgan,
Yeah.
yeah, the one where Billy Corgan cashes the paycheck.
I thought it was all right.
I thought that one was
It's not
fine.
bad, but
no,
I
get
just
what you're
I
saying.
can take it or leave it. But
Yeah.
you know what? I'll give it to Knocked Loose because, man, the potential roiling underneath. It's almost like Code Orange was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Sure.
I could potentially see that. So,
Mark,
credit
I
where
know
it's
you.
due.
Mark, you were more on the fence. How come Slight Edge to Code Orange?
Because I'm giving Code Orange the benefit of the doubt because we already have Forever, and Forever
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
phenomenal. My caveat here is that I heard Underneath, and Underneath had the production issues thanks to Nick Raskulinecz.
See,
They did.
yeah, bingo.
On that album. Their new album, they themselves are producing. Apparently, it's all being done in house.
Hmm.
I think that's make or break for them. I'd be honest.
Yes,
Sure,
agreed.
Absolutely.
Now, granted, they also produced on Backwash's 2021 album that gives me some hope. But again, I'm being very cautious here.
Sure. I would trust their judgment too. It's not like they're just not plug it and play type artists either, so they have to know their way around the production board as well.
Well, there's that, but I also think that they may have. I think they went towards Nick Raskulinecz. That feels like a very label-driven move, and I don't think it. I'm not sure it worked the way they wanted it to.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Yeah.
So maybe a pivot back to something that's more in-house will be what they need. So again, fingers crossed here.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Likewise.
John, why don't you
Very
go
nice.
for Code Orange?
Sure. I think with Code Orange, one, Knocked Loose, it's probably not a 100% fair fight with me because I'm just not crazy about the vocal style. Like, I see the pure raw talent there, and I think that they are an exciting live band. I caught them opening for someone a few years ago. And with Code Orange, I think there's just more potential in terms of, like, the way that they manage to incorporate like hardcore, punk, metalcore elements and are doing like these weird amalgamations that just feel a little bit fresher than what I personally feel from Knocked Loose.
Fair. I kind of echo that a little. My take on it's a little different. I feel with Knocked Loose, they are so dominant with an exclamation point on the hardcore style. They have such ferocity with it. Code Orange has so much variety and the ability to be flexible with so many different subgenres and everything else too.
Yeah.
That's what the slight edge is for me for Code Orange. That's it. They demonstrated that in Forever for days. I mean, that was a dominant thing. And even though Underneath was much more industrial than I was expecting, I still enjoyed it. That's not
I really like that album.
Yeah, I did too. Nothing taken away from Knocked Loose, so I'm looking forward to their new stuff and tour and everything. So.
You know what Knocked Loose probably needs? Knocked Loose needs their glow on.
They
Yeah.
do. They
Yeah.
absolutely do.
Great way of putting it.
And you know what? I think they are more than capable of making that record too.
I would
They
agree.
absolutely could get that
Sure,
out.
yeah.
I don't want to punish Knocked Loose, but they have to release a full album sooner than later.
I'll get around to it. I know they are working on it.
It's been a
I know they are working
while.
on it, so
They
it's
did do-
been a little while.
Yeah.
They do. I do admit they do need to capitalize on this momentum, but
Yeah.
Come on, boys. We are hungry.
Yes.
We are hungry
Okay.
here.
So, two things. One, my lovely wife, the mod Gretchen, is in the chat. Everyone say hello to Gretchen. She's the best.
Hey, Gretchen.
Thank you, Greg.
Two, if you have to
Thanks.
keep spamming the same troll suggestion
Um,
and we still don't acknowledge
Yeah.
it, I'm going to put you in timeout. It's
Mhm.
not that funny. Ugh.
Hmm.
Ugh.
They're not responding to
It's-
my HIR versus Hobo Johnson. I must send it 25 more
Let me do
times.
it every 5 seconds
Yeah.
for an hour. Ugh.
Did we not say don't do that? No. That was like literally the very first thing we said before starting.
Behave
You
yourself.
have only yourself to blame.
Go up and get my fourth book, so.
You played yourself.
Oh, there you go. All right. And stop. No, I'm not going to even do that.
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
I was about to
That
say,
was-
look, that
Okay.
face
Yeah.
did not look promising.
And stop. Remind me if we've done this one before from going back to grunge. Pearl Jam versus Alice in Chains.
We've done that.
I was going to
Okay.
say, I thought we did. Just making sure. Thank you, though. Not a bad suggestion.
Oh, no.
And stop. Oh, we're staying in the 90s. We have not done that one. Well,
Okay.
got their name in the 90s, I should say. Hole versus No Doubt.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, I might have
Boy,
here.
I'm in the same boat as you. Ooh.
I got no trouble.
I know where you're going, so
Yeah.
I have an answer, but it's a slight like.
See, it's a bit apples and oranges, but I think
It is. It is a kind of an unfair edge to some of that, but at the same time, 90s alternative was the Wild West. Anything goes. So,
Yeah.
All right. Does everyone have an answer?
yes.
I do, but woof.
Okay.
Woof.
Hole. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You know what? Yeah, no.
Split.
I
Okay.
I was on the edge, and like, no, I'm gonna. I'll explain when we get to it, but
John.
yeah.
For No Doubt. 1, 2, 3.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna go No Doubt go first because John gave the double thumbs up and the eye roll at Hole. So no doubt. Why does they get the thumbs up, John? While I make the poll.
Okay, I'm gonna try and keep it about music here because my disdain for Courtney Love is just different day, different story. But anyways, I've just never been, even before I really knew that much about Courtney Love, checking out Hole after like discovering them thanks to, it was either Guitar Hero or Rock Band or something in the 2000s. I just never felt like super connected to them, and I never really felt like Courtney had the charisma that Gwen did, especially early on when No Doubt were breaking through with like Tragic Kingdom. Return of Saturn is so fucking underrated. It's ridiculous.
I was going to say the same thing.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And I even like some of their poppier stuff, like Hella Good, and I'm trying to think of other songs from that 2003 album. But and there were a few from the comeback album, like Push and Shove, that I thought were really good. And I can't say the same for the literal holes that I feel in Hole's discography.
Fair.
Okay, I have to stop because I made the stupidest way to make this poll. I put Hole versus Courtney Love. That doesn't make sense.
Oh no! I just noticed that.
I'm gonna make a new poll,
Okay.
everybody. Now,
Hole versus Courtney Love. This is a much easier discussion.
hey, all the polls and done this, and that's the first real mistake I've made. I'm doing okay. So
touche.
there you go.
That's top. Yeah.
Who gets the thumbs up? Hole, No Doubt.
There it is.
Boom! I nailed it.
Get that poll in the chat, folks.
Okay, really quick. First of all, yes, Return of Saturn is super underrated in variety, especially coming after stuff in the 90s. People don't realize before Tragic Kingdom, which is 90s gold, how much of a ska band No Doubt was. People just do not understand or have any recollection of that even. I don't even
early 90s stuff.
I don't even know if Gwen remembers that, but it happened. And some of it was so energetic and so lively. And I put that as the positive over Hole. Everything I've Hole, like, again, maybe not to connect with, but I saw the edge, and that's what I liked about Hole. Especially the 90s stuff, like the mid-90s, really the ferocity that Courtney Love had before the Nutter Butter side started showing. I'm going to put that as politely as possible. That's why I'm a little more No Doubt. That's it. So, on the flip side, Hole, how about Crash? You go for Hole.
See, again, for me, this was very close because, again, I do absolutely want to give credit to No Doubt. Like, I mean, again, even Return of Saturn, again, that is an underrated record. Y'all should definitely check that out if you haven't. But again, they are so important to the early 90s. They're important to the ska revival movement. There's a lot to give credit to. But at the same time, I don't feel like their highs were maybe quite as high as some of the stuff that Hole got into. Like, and Hole, John, I'm sorry, but that comeback album was a stinker. I did not care for that comeback album at all. Whereas Hole, like, their early streak, like, pretty on the inside, Live Through This alone. That record is so foundational to grunge and what grunge would become in the future.
Yeah.
And not to mention that it gets followed up with Celebrity Skin, which is also just a banger freaking record, like that 1 2 3 punch in the 90s is just
No, yeah,
I don't know.
They both should get credit. Don't get me wrong on that.
Yeah, if you pass me the aux and tell me one or the other, I can say I'm gonna go for No Doubts, but I'm probably gonna put on Celebrity Skin first. Say whatever you want to about Courtney Love, but the music cannot be denied.
So, Mark, 4 hole while we get the poll still going. So
yeah, this for me is not particularly close.
Okay.
I am not a huge ska fan. I will establish that now. So that's my issue with early No Doubt. I actually like later pop No Doubt because they cover Take That. They've got these really interesting and there's a glam to them that I really appreciate. But as Crash said, the run of Hole in terms of the songwriting, in terms of how visceral it felt, my always comparison with Hole is garbage. Or that's that vein of rock.
That's a better comparison.
And that's my shit, and it always has been. And again, Courtney is imminently frustrating, and she always will be. And I don't know how much, again, it's the sort of songwriter that I don't want to make excuses for her because her flaws are half of what makes Hole so compelling.
Fair. And there's an attraction to the music because of that. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. To the poll, what did you all say?
No Doubt's winning this.
Not particularly close. 76%, 75% to No Doubts. 3/4 ratio.
I'm not even surprised.
Yeah, me either. But
I kind of get it.
I wanted to give them the chance. I really did.
Kind of been written out of rock history a little bit. They don't have the staying power in terms of big singles the same way that No Doubt does.
Yeah. They didn't ever have the radio presence or anything.
That's true. No Doubt dominated all radio back in the 90s. Hole, not as much. So that's fair. How do we punish Hole?
They have to collaborate with Dave Grohl.
Ooh. No.
I don't want to punish Dave Grohl. Come on.
You know what? They just have to collaborate. They just have to collaborate. Period.
Yeah.
They've tried.
You have to work.
Tried to make Hole happen several times, and it's never taken off. So yeah.
Oh, here's the thing: they have to collaborate with Fall Out Boy again.
I forgot they did that. Oh.
That's right, on Radiohead.
Yeah.
I know.
I was just thinking, not Dave Grohl. He already had a crap year the last year and a half. Don't do that this to him, too.
Let's give that man a break.
Give Dave a break.
Yes. Keep the super chats coming. We'll get them as many as we possibly can in the second hour. And stop. We might have done this one before, but this is a good one. Remind me if we already have done it. Red Hot Chili Peppers versus Radiohead.
I feel like we've done this one.
It's at least been on the document.
Yeah.
It's been on the document, I know.
Your guys' call. We'll do a quick one, okay?
We can do a quick one.
Quick one, okay. Red Hot Chili Peppers. 1, 2, 3. Radiohead with a unanimous 1, 2, 3.
Kind of an apples and oranges.
They are.
But I get it. I absolutely get it.
Yeah. So fair enough. Yeah. So we're all Radiohead on that one. So a decent suggestion. I just think we've done it before or done both bands.
I'm almost it's at least shown up on the document. I know that. That it rings too much of a bell.
Yeah. Okay.
For what it's worth, it's close-ish for me.
Sure. Yeah. It's not to say that one's awful, but yeah. Okay. And stop. That's awful. Ugh.
Oh no.
We'll do it.
We're doing it? Oh, okay.
Sure.
What do we got? Break it on us, Luke.
Band versus band. We're going post-grunge. We had a fun time talking about this the other day. Seether versus Puddle of Mud.
Oh, you. Whoever you are.
By the way, what red state fair did you just come from? Where you heard all this? So,
do you root for?
Which high school football team is your whole life depended on?
I just hope your tractor pull went well. No judgment. I just hope you did okay.
Yeah. Seether. 1, 2, 3.
If you
I don't think this one isn't even hard.
This is not even close, by the way.
Fan. This one is
I'm indifferent to Seether, completely indifferent, and even I would take the full discography in one sitting. over
Sure.
Puddle of Mud. Goodness.
Absolutely.
Puddle of Mud has a new
Puddle of
album
Mud
come
have,
out.
like-
This, yeah.
Oh,
They
they
have
do
a
have a
new album coming out this
Yep.
year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know. I know. Hey, Mike,
Shine
you got
on,
your
you
own
crazy
crap, okay?
guy.
So we all.
There are different veins of crap than you
That's
do.
true.
but
That's true.
Mm.
Yeah. Goodness. I'll say this. There are songs of Seether that have annoyed the crap out of me due to being overplayed or just so many of them sounding the same. I never once said, he can't sing, he can't play, he can't write. Guess who I have said that about?
Yeah, see, that's why it's easy. Say whatever you want to about Seether.
Sure.
You know, at least they're competent in what they do. And Sean Morgan actually seems like a nice dude. From everything I've heard, from all accounts I've heard, he seems perfectly reasonable, perfectly nice.
Are we sure they didn't mean Seether by Veruca Salt?
They did not. I know. They did not, though.
Then that would have been a double thumbs.
We would have been happy then. We would have been okay. That would have been more confusing, actually. Why would that song versus this entire band? But okay,
Still
okay.
double thumbs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's still over, but yeah, it's just okay. Okay, we're moving on. Puddle of Mud has to just be Puddle of Mud. That's punishment enough, isn't it?
Concert promoters have to actually book them. for
Oh
shows.
man, some publicists have the worst nightmarish jobs. They really do. And
Hey, Wes Stantlin's on the phone.
oh, good. It's going on 40 years now of Puddle of Mud because they started early 90s. People don't realize
That's
that.
right. Yeah, they. Oh,
Wow.
goodness. Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
Over 30
For-
years of mud.
40 different years, 40 different lineups. Wow, what a legacy.
Oh,
40 years, one song. We keep making it.
one guitar chord. Stop. Okay, I know we haven't done that one before, and I get it too. Okay, that's a much better one that won't make us upset or gross. Turnstile versus The Regrets.
Oh.
Apples and orange.
They
That's
are.
not even a fair comparison, but
But
Yeah, that's fair, but like, okay.
I'm down.
Turnstile. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Everything.
Ian,
Side,
no disrespect
sorry, Regrets,
to the
sorry.
Regrets.
No, I like a decent amount of their
No.
stuff, but
I
just,
I
They,
love,
they don't have a glow
they
on.
don't have a glow on. That's the whole
Even-
thing.
I mean, even time and space, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
Let's be real. Turnstile was one of those bands that you can tell when a band takes a leap. And
Yeah.
like they go from a spot where like you're a scene band to like, oh no, you're that. That's what Turnstile did. The Regrets have not done that, and not sure they can.
I think
To
it's
their credit-
trending
Not to
further
that
away
level.
from it.
They've tried to do that.
Yeah.
Their last record was actually an attempt to do that, and again, no disrespect. It was
No.
a valiant effort, but it wasn't. Well, it wasn't glow on.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at it. Wasn't glow on.
Glow-on's a career definer, by the way. Has
Mhm.
anyone else seen Turnstile live?
Not yet.
Oh,
I
good.
want
Oh,
to.
so great.
Yeah.
My wife and in-laws, we all went, and they had no idea what they were in for. I'm like, just wait. And they opened up with Holiday. I'm like,
Oh,
the
Oh,
crowd lost their minds because it was a hometown show for them too. So it's like they just
Oh.
at a super nice venue, a bigger venue. It's like the crowd lost it within a second. So it was great.
awesome.
You
So
went
They're
with
on
the
my
in-laws to that show.
they
Wow,
they
that-
love concerts. We're going.
Oh, okay.
We're going to see Ghost with them later. So right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They've never seen them on a Marth. That I'm excited to see their reaction with that too in the crowd. So
That'll be fun as hell.
yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
How do we take care of the regrets? I don't even know.
Oh,
Mm.
they.
Ew.
It's
the
mean.
regrets
It's
are
mean.
lovely. I
They
feel
are.
bad punishing them.
You know what? We don't have to punish them. You know why? Because Ivan
We'd
the dog
regret
has
it.
come in and joined Pearl and decided, no, we're going to be good to the regrets. So that's the
Oh,
one pet pass that we get for this entire thing.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Oh, hi Ivan.
You have to watch the stream, the view.
I was
but
about to
yeah.
say, let me pull up the
Yeah.
stream over here.
Yeah. We got a sleepy Pearl and an Ivan ready to kind of relax a little bit on the floor. Thank you, everyone. Oh, and Gretchen just reminded me too. They're coming to see Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper with us too. So,
Very cool.
right? Let me go back. Sorry, guys, you can't just watch Pearl and Ivan the rest of the stream. I know you want to, but no.
Are we seeing the views spike when they do?
The likes jump up by 100 each time. I
Put
tell
that
you
behind
what.
a paywall, Luke.
Oh yeah, man, I'm giving way too much away for free. I tell
You know what? Drop a super chat if you want to see more Ivan or
Yeah,
Pearl.
you guys have to pay for it. And I tell you what, if we're only at 108 likes right now, 109. If we eventually get to 150, I'll show more of the animals every 50 like set. How about that?
That works.
Seems fair.
That's
150%.
That's free, by the way.
Seems like a fair trade to me.
Yeah, that's free.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Da-da-da. And we go. Stop. I know we've done that one. Slipknot versus Deftones. We have done that.
Yeah.
Not a bad one. Just we've already done it.
Bad
Thank you. Yeah. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. And stop. That's a dumb one.
Don't like that.
It's just dumb.
Yeah.
I can't, guys. I can't.
How
And
dumb?
Fair.
stop.
Okay.
Pretty dumb. Oh, okay. I got a good one. Okay. We have to keep our discussion short despite the content of this. Album
Oh, no.
versus album. It's a good one. I'm just saying.
Oh,
We could-
that's not my strong skill.
We could write an essay, all of us. Radiohead's OK Computer versus Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. Yep, that's a damn it.
Not only is
That's a damn it.
not only does it feel like different leagues a little bit, like you're comparing such majestic beasts to each other, and you should just be appreciating the beasts for what they are.
Oh, I got opinions.
I got opinions too.
We all got opinions.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Does everyone have an answer?
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe I do.
I do. Okay. In order as I see them. This was a good suggestion, by the way. Okay. Radiohead, OK Computer. 1, 2, 3.
I'll be the dissenter.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I had a
Yeah,
feeling.
I get it.
No, that's
I get
fine.
it. No, but I get it though.
No, I get it.
get
Yeah, you're not going to hear me an argument against it. Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. 1, 2, 3.
And if you'd picked any other Pink Floyd album,
There'd be a better argument, maybe.
maybe I'd be with John on this, but
Yeah.
Put Dark Side of the Moon against like OK Computer, that becomes
A harder,
That
a
becomes-
harder
that
decision
becomes-
for me.
Mhm.
So yeah.
oh yeah.
John, any loving thoughts for OK Computer? Because I know you have many.
Yeah. I mean, that is okay. So I was a former Radiohead hater that was converted after the A Moon-Shaped Pool cycle. And OK Computer, I don't know, this probably sounds overly dramatic, but it's one of those albums that changed my life and the way that I guess view things that are a little bit. When I was younger, I feel like have this like railing against it's too avant-garde, I don't like experiment, whatever. And that, not that album is just so like, it's no Kid A still, but it's one of the most immersive rock experiences that I still to this day have ever had, and I still get those feelings when I come back to it. And not that I don't at all get that with Wish You Were Here, it's just that I had a feeling it was going to be a sweep, so here I am on the
No,
other
I get
side of
that too. Does anyone want to say anything for Wish You Were Here and keep it short, because we could probably go on for 20 minutes, but we shouldn't.
I can keep my thoughts relatively short.
Go for it.
Again, I would be closer to John on this because again, OK Computer, it's not the Benz, but it is one of Radiohead's better works. You can definitely classify that, especially for the era. You can absolutely classify that as a classic. But man, you picked Pink Floyd's best record. Their crowning achievement, in my opinion, at least. I know that's also very, very contentious. But no, Wish You Were Here is the best goddamn thing Pink Floyd ever made, in my opinion. And I cannot deny. I just simply cannot deny, man. If it'd been anybody else, maybe we'd been able to tiebreaker this, but
yeah, Mark, anything?
Shine on, you crazy diamond.
Yeah, it's for me, again, Wish You Were Here is my favorite Pink Floyd album. I think this only gets close if it comes to Dark Side of the Moon. I'd probably put Animals above OK Computer. That's my hot take. But at the same time, Wish You Were Here is just there's such an embrace of groove. There's such an element that feels so soulful of that album that really grips me. OK Computer is my, I'll say, third favorite Radiohead album after the Benzin and Rainbows. But like it's so close for me. Again, like
I get
it's
it.
hard for me.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like I said, I could not argue against OK Computer. It's just not
Oh,
only
yeah.
the craftsmanship behind Wish You Were Here, decades previous before Radiohead, just the artistry of so like beginning with Shine On and ending with Shine On and having so much volume and dynamic sound changing total and story and everything, and then going back to that for one of the most unfortunate tributes ever, which is a weird thing to say, but that's what it is. So
I mean,
Well, it's sad, but I also think there's an emotional core to that
yeah.
album.
Oh yeah.
yes, that's
in-
where
in
that's
the
where that
later
really
Pink Floyd
strikes.
albums, and I honestly think it's probably their most emotive record. In my
Yes,
I argue
absolutely.
it might be their most personal.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Oh, have you heard the Endless River? No.
have you heard the
I
Endless
reviewed-
River?
Yeah, I reviewed the Endless River, unfortunately.
Oh.
About a decade.
Have you heard Dark Side of the Moon Redux?
I have. Oh, it's so
God.
bad.
Why?
It's so bad.
John,
How is it this
refused it.
bad?
John, don't. I gave up after
the
90
hand is up.
seconds. 90 seconds and I was done. So
It should.
I feel bad. I feel bad for the dog that was in that music video.
Friggin'
That's how
album.
bad that song is.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't mean to.
we're
talk
not
over you.
punishing OK Computer. I don't know
No,
how.
we're not.
We have to
Please
they have to
don't. My
reboot the
heart would
computer.
not handle it well.
They have to
No.
reboot the computer and make a new album.
Reboot it.
Another album.
Yeah,
Make
just-
another album.
They have to make
Yeah.
another album. They don't have to replace
Yes,
it. They just have to make
please.
another. I think that's
It's
fair.
70 years.
It's been a
since-
while.
Mhm.
I didn't even like a Moonshaped Pool that much. I'm like the last Radiohead album I really
Oh,
liked was-
I would take a Moonshaped Pool all day at this point in 2023.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, but that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
me.
No, I get
I
it.
liked it better than King of Limbs, but I know that's
yeah.
also controversial.
Oh, King of the Limbs near the bottom for sure for
Okay.
me.
I don't like that one. I know it's
Yeah.
that's a spicy take, but like,
That's
we're
not
getting
that
into
bad.
A whole other thing. Yeah.
And stop. Okay, now we're getting a little more current.
Okay.
Very current. 2023.
Ooh.
This is going to have a discussion. And someone in the audience is guaranteed to be offended by something we say. Band versus band. We're going to the scene. Not all the cringe scene, but still. Bad Omens versus Sleep Token.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There's going to be a fight at Hot Topic, guys. A big old brawl. That's what this is
Oh,
going to...
surprise people.
Fair?
Yeah. Okay.
Crash, you got a choice?
Yeah, sorry, I was just dealing with something in the chat there.
You're good.
It was Bad Omens versus Sleep Token, right?
Correct.
Just making sure. Oh, okay, yeah, I've got my choice.
Okay. In order I see them. Bad Omens. 1, 2, 3.
Really?
Whoa.
I figured it'd be at least one, but okay.
If this ever gets on
Wow.
Reddit, my channel
It's
is
going to.
destroyed. Destroyed. TikTok? Oh my gosh. I can't. My
Well-
TikTok's gone. I'll have no TikTok left.
Ooh.
All right.
Gretchen's already got some thoughts in the chat. Ooh. Okay.
Sleep
Okay.
Token. 1, 2, 3.
Don't cancel me. Everybody say don't cancel me on 3.
Oh, I've been canceled plenty of times. I'm still
Yeah,
here.
what am I saying?
They would have to get the full context that we chose Sleep Token over Bad Omens. Man.
Yeah, just
boy.
leave them with
Oh
no
yeah,
context.
no. Oh, but yeah, the internet is officially
I know.
mad.
I know.
Right now.
First
Oh.
of all, save your 5-paragraph essays in the comments. Don't do that. We're not going to read all that. Come on. Second,
yeah,
You know
leave that shit on Reddit where
Mark,
I can't look at
Mark, I know you have feelings about this, and you said how you felt about both. Why do you say Sleep Token?
Because I have issues with Sleep Token,
Sure.
and not gonna lie, I've had it out with certain mods and Crash's Discord about this directly.
We've had plenty of spicy discussions about Sleep
spicy.
Token. Hell yeah.
At the same time, though, as much as Sleep Token's attempts at R&B and hip hop drive me off the wall, they feel dated as hell. I think the writing is crazy melodramatic. Think there is elements of their production that feels really sterile and stiff to me. This is a band that, again, I've compared their vocalist to Bastille. Not always favorable. At the same time, though, I can look at Sleep Token. I'm like, I get their appeal.
Sure.
I get there is an idea that I don't always like it, but I understand why it works and why it can work, why they're building a following. I don't think their lyrics work much at all. I don't think their sound is always for me. But I will at least remember it. There's personality. There's something that pulls me back. Bad Omens never really has. I mean, they're competent. Bad Omens is competent, but I won't care about them.
Fair. No, I get it. John, how about you for Sleep Token? Any thoughts, really? You know,
I mean, I generally think both of them are good at what they do.
Sure.
And as much as they both are kind of like, I guess like the TikTokification of like, you know, it feels like they're trying to appeal to the crowd that they are successfully reaching now.
Yes.
I still think that the core of Sleep Token, even before that, like Sundowning in 2019, that album caught me so off guard because of the themes on there. A lot that just hit home for me, especially with the songs related to like dementia and Alzheimer's, memory loss, and stuff like that. I think that there is messaging packed in there that supersedes some of the shoddy production and some of the cringier attempts, like whatever that acronym song was on Take Me Back to
You Wish
Eden.
That You Loved Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that'll leave a bad taste in your mouth, but at the end of the day, I feel like the melodrama of Sleep Token works a lot better than anything Bad Omens have tried to sell me so far.
Fair.
Yeah.
Crash for Sleep Token?
Again, like, I've reviewed 2 Sleep Token now. I reviewed Sundowning and I reviewed Take Me Back to Eden. The first time I heard Sundowning, I was with y'all. Well, not all of y'all, but I hated it. I could not stand what they were doing. And just the production got me off. The production threw me off. The lyrics were weird and esoteric. It just did not click with me at all. Then a few albums in, it started to make more sense. The more I sat with it, the more it made sense. Like, it was one of the slowest burns I've ever experienced in a band. But once that burn got roiling and Take Me Back to Eden came out, and the production was finally at a not perfect, but decent point, and the lyrics had gotten a little bit better, once I finally got it, oh my goodness, did it click. I loved Take Me Back to Eden. That's probably going to be real high on my end of the year list. Fair warning, internet. But the thing is, though, I get it. I understand. They are a band. It took me friggin' 5 years or whatever for it to finally make sense to me. They are a band. It just kind of I don't know, it's either gonna work for you or it just isn't. They are a love it or hate it kind of band. Whatever you want to argue in that direction, they are love them or hate them. They are definitely the epitome of that. I don't know if I could name you a Bad Omens song if you held a gun to the back of my head.
Just pretend.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Like
just
a
pretend.
villain?
That song, Just Pretend. I'm sure it's wonderful.
There you
But yeah, and you know what? Again, like Mark said, say whatever you want to about them. At least they got a hell of an identity.
They do.
Yep.
My big thing about it, also the step up, the glow up from Sundowning to Take Me Back to Eden, even with production choices, maybe that's a polite way to say it, is still such a step up across the board. And this comes from someone that likes Bad Omens fine. Totally fine. But I feel engaged with an album like Take Me Back to Eden much more than hearing Sirius XM Octane play Bad Omens on a loop for a year.
Yeah.
And
the Death of Peace of Mind just had some gaps in that track list.
Yes, it did. And again, not a bad album at all, but still, it's just, I think it just doesn't have nearly as much engagement, intrigue, and fleshed out musical scope as something like Sleep Token. Final thing, I've seen both bands live in the past year. Sleep Token is fantastic. I was blown.
That's what I hear.
That's what
I've been
I saw them
too.
last September, and it blew me away because I was not expecting to be that good sounding live.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Omens was fine, but they're definitely pyro stacks and go through the motions, Sleep Token was an experience. So, you know what? That won it for me.
You know what I will say? I think for the Sleep Token issues that I have, I think they're a switch in producer away from really going over the top for me.
Sure.
I wish they had a producer that could better balance their R&B and hip hop side with the metalcore and progressive metal.
I got the perfect guy, Nick Raskulinecz.
Okay, yeah, sure. Honestly,
I don't know who that is.
Rick Rubin, I think something could happen.
Fair enough. I mean, they switched producers, if I'm correct, too, to this new one. So they could do it again, but who knows? I think
who did.
Yeah.
Who did produce the new one?
I don't even remember.
I believe, well, they had a producer in-house, but I believe it was actually driven by their lead singer. Actually handled the majority of it.
Yeah.
So
There you
that's
go.
I believe, yeah.
So
And I kind of wish they didn't do that.
maybe that's the thing. Maybe someone else will be switching place. Vessel, you're more focused on the writing and music. Let us take over the full production.
Right.
I mean, that I at least get. So, but still, I have it on vinyl. I think it's great. So,
Same.
that being said, this is the perfect halftime. That led to a better discussion than I thought it would, and I think that's very fair. For the love of God, Bad Omens TikTok, do not clip this and swear a vendetta. Goodness.
Again, leave it on Reddit where we don't have to worry about it.
I don't remember most of your songs.
Also, I have a lovely woman of my life who said in chat that her mouth dropped open when we all voted Sleep Token over Bad Omens.
See, again, given how contentious Sleep Token is, I figured somebody would go come out swinging, but
Yeah, it would have been me.
yeah, no, Mark, yeah. Man, I'm shocked. Yeah.
We're going to take 2 minutes, very brief halftime in case you guys need to get something to drink or something. Go for it.
I actually do, so I will be right back.
Very fair. I can still hear. I'm just going to get something out of my little fridge.
Well, Mark, while we've got the people here, shall we tell them what we have in the works?
We should, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, it has been a number of years since me and John teamed up on a collab review between us.
Yeah.
And coming up soon, he and I are actually going to sit down and review the new Post Malone album. And
Yes. And it's going to be on your channel, right?
my channel, yeah.
Yep.
And the interesting thing with this one is that I'm actually kind of looking forward to it.
I am
That's
too,
weird.
because I think there's going to be an interesting discussion, because I think we both come from a point of view where we didn't get Post Malone for a while, and then he kind of moved in a direction that we got a little bit more on board with.
I think I got him when I saw him live.
Sure.
And I've seen him live twice.
I've seen him once.
And he's shockingly good live, which
Yes.
is because he's got power and presence. And I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
And also I think he's moved in a more pop direction in comparison with a lot of the hip hop stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I think it works a little better for him than tracks like Motley Crue, and stuff like that in the past.
that was him trying to do Playboy Cardi shtick, and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
I think the thing with Post Malone is that what rubbed me a lot of the wrong way, he was trying to hop into hip hop and use that as his springboard to other things.
Yeah.
And that's kind of gross. Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's a little gross.
Yeah.
At the same time, now that he's kind of moved away further out of that, he's more of a pop or act now, in my opinion.
Yeah, sure.
Liked Chemical. I really liked Morning. That
Morning
song
was great.
on
Mhm.
is Dial Drunk. The remix is amazingly good. It's the Little Lion Man of 2023 that we will never get. Like, shit.
Mhm.
I want to hear it.
From someone that's only heard Chemical and hearing what you guys have already said, I'm already interested in hearing this compared to the previous album.
Yeah.
So, you know what?
It's going to be much less label demanded, I think.
Sure.
Well, the previous album was in the middle of him having a massive dispute with his label because he was in re-up time. He wanted to renegotiate his contract.
Right.
And the fact this album turned around so quickly, and he's got radio support for it beyond the big Doja Cat single, which sucked.
I like ya.
I don't.
Yeah, that new Doja Cat, it's not good. It's
No, we're just-
not good.
Referring to Doja Cat crossover with Post Malone in 2022. That
Oh,
made-
that.
I
That
like
made-
you. A happier song.
That one wasn't good either. Oof.
bad. Ugh.
Man.
I'm just biased because Post Malone had that huge crash in St. Louis. We won the St. Louis Blues jersey, broke his ribs. I mean, folded the
Ooh.
whole faceplant thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was bad.
Yeah.
He did it twice too, didn't he?
People don't realize how many bad things happen in St. Louis when bands tour.
Post Malone had a series of like about a year where it seemed like everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and like serious injury shit.
Yeah.
About a plane crash at one point. It was nuts.
Yeah, he seems a lot happier now, and I'm excited to hear how the music translates.
Honestly, like the one thing that he did on the last album was that collab with Fleet Foxes that was shockingly good. And I'm like, if you're moving more in that direction, I'm like, okay. I'm not sure it's going to be weird, but I might be into it.
I could see him getting good at that eventually, at least if he wants to stay there. I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I'm expecting him to be dumb as hell and probably too long, but like
but that's Post Malone. That's how he rolls.
Yeah.
That's every
hopefully we get some of the goodies in between the cracks.
Yeah, and even in his trap era, like Candy Paint still rules. Like I still love it.
Paint with
Also goes off of karaoke too.
I bet.
I get it. Yeah.
I think everyone's ready for Super Chats, if you gentlemen are.
I am.
Let's do it.
I sure am. Let's do it.
For everyone that's not aware, this second half is devoted only to Super Chats. We'll get through as many as possible, and they're Reddit random, so keep them coming. Do not think we won't get to something like in order, because it's Reddit random, so anything you put in late has just as much of a chance. Thank you, guys. Gretchen's the best, by the way, just throw that in. Thank you for helping the mod. Sorry, we made your mouth drop earlier. Sorry.
Sorry, Gretchen.
Oops. Pulling this up now. Thank you guys again. Keep them coming. Da-da-da-da. And stop. Okay. From Stephen Paulus. Paulus, I mispronounce every name. I apologize. Album versus album in 2023. Foo Fighters, But Here We Are versus Queens of the Stone Age in Times New Roman.
Oh, no, close.
I have an answer already, so.
So do I.
Okay. I have an answer, yeah.
In order, Foo Fighters, But Here We Are. 1, 2, 3.
I mean...
And Queens of the Stone Age in Times New Roman. 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. Just any statement for in Times New Roman?
Sure. I think it's getting a little bit overlooked for as I think great as it is. I mean, I love both albums, but they both roughly came out around the same time in June, and I have come back to the Queen's album way more often. Yeah. I don't know. There's a darkness that I'm drawn to in it.
That's fair. And I like the Queen's album fine too. I'm just saying But Here We Are was such it's their best album since the 2010 release, and it's not
since Wasting Light.
Yeah, Wasting Light. So,
Absolutely.
So
I can agree with that.
I don't even know how else to play because I know I want to be quick with some of these too. But Mark or Crash, anything you want to add?
The worse system that it's on, the better. But Here We Are is.
Yes, agreed.
So
that production.
Okay.
That production was definitely a choice. I'll definitely mark a point against it for that respect. But like, I don't know, the emotional weight behind that record, like
you put But Here We On in like a car.
I was gonna say crappy car speakers.
So hard.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crank the knob type of rock album in those type of scenarios.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. I don't really. It's their first album in 7 years. I don't really want to do anything to Queens of the Stone Age. They're on tour right now.
Yeah,
so,
and killing it, I might add.
Yeah, and also I would like to add, both bands are headlining Riot Fest day 1 and day 2. Riot Fest tickets still available. I'd go.
I would too if somebody bought me one.
I know, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
if I had the money for that. Yeah,
we're trying to figure out how to pay for a dryer that died. So festival tickets, so.
Patreon.com/etc.
Yes. I tell you what, if someone wants to super chat us ticket money and say it's for ticket money, then I will make sure it gets distributed properly. Just make sure you say that. Okay, guys, no problem now. It'll totally happen. Okay.
Yeah. Tickets are $250 each.
VIP, please. Come on now.
Yes. Come on. We need the AC and the private bathrooms. You think the Rock Coliseum's walking into Riot Fest without the private bathrooms? Come on.
Yeah, man.
VIP parking too. We're not walking extra. Come on.
You
Oh,
kidding?
hell no.
I'd like the PJ, please. I need the PJ.
Chicago traffic? Hell no.
Okay,
Oh,
just,
crap.
you guys are all
Airdrop,
laughing
man.
at this, but I actually did pay for VIP when I go to Oshiega in like a week.
No, like a lot of those festivals, VIP is worth it. Like they go out of their way to make it worth it. So
Bathrooms, lockers,
Sometimes,
open space, like
Yeah.
and better restaurants. Yes.
Mhm. From Super D Math, that's what it's Super D Math. Like math, I don't know, but I'm curious. Anyway, Motley Crue versus Scorpions.
Okay.
Mhm.
I see where your head's at. I see where you're thinking.
I guess I get it. So I have everyone have an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Motley Crue. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And Scorpions. 1, 2, 3.
Mark, I know the look, but like I
get it. I
Scorpions.
Get it.
Yeah.
I will say Motley Crue is more important, but Scorpions just have the better songs. They honestly
Yeah.
do.
They
That's
still
where I'm at.
they still hold up
Mm.
now somehow in the 2020s. By the way, Motley Crue is not.
I just can't.
Holding.
I throw on Motley Crue and I'm just like, I don't really want to be here.
Okay, I have the
Which
perfect.
Motley,
I have the
which
perfect. I have
Motley
the perfect.
Crue though? That's different. That even
That's
I'll
true.
say that. So
Well,
I
of
have-
course.
I have the perfect argument to this. Motley Crue cannot do a ballad to save their lives. Home Sweet Home, okay, but everything else every other ballad they've ever done is trash.
Yeah.
Scorpions have friggin' what is it? Take me to the magic of the moment. What the fuck is that song called?
I know what you're talking about.
Winds
yeah.
of Change. Winds of Change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they have that. Like, I don't know, Scorpions. They have the better bangers. They honestly do.
I don't have anything else to add. I'm Scorpions over Motley Crue. So
Yeah. I don't have
John?
anything either. I'm good. I'm
A
yeah.
little bit of an edge here. Again, neither of them are my favorite of that era of metal
Sure.
bands at all.
Yeah.
I will say Motley Crue is dumber, but I have more fun with them.
I
Okay,
get
that's
that
fair.
argument. I get
That is
that. I do get
100%
that.
fair.
And that's
That
what
makes
Motley
sense.
Crue's made for, by the way. So I do
Oh,
get
sure.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's gonna sound trashy because nobody goes to strip clubs anymore, but they would headline the strip clubs.
Yes.
I mean,
Actually, Motley Crue might still go to strip clubs themselves.
Oh, they absolutely.
Oh, Vince Neil, yeah.
You
Vince
know
Neil.
Vince Neil is up there for
Oh.
VIP.
That's why his voice is
You
shot
know-
at every concert because he's screaming at hookers and strippers at the show.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that's the other thing. Like, I'm judging this based off of their peak years. I'm not judging
Sure.
this.
No, and that's
Yeah.
unfair. I agree.
yeah.
I told all you three my experience. Ugh.
Mark, I'll throw you an olive branch on this one. Kickstart My Heart is probably the best hair metal song ever written.
Oh, I'll push back against that, but okay, I see where you're at.
Like, I love that song. Absolutely will give it to you for that.
I'm
one.
too much
It's a
a
banger.
White Snake fan and a Night Ranger fan to really get on board with that. So.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay. Let's go here to Ellie Yeats, except
Except.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna bow out.
I'm
Thrash
not
metal
super.
band.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh.
super familiar with the older style of that. So
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
Crash,
familiar.
go for it, Crash.
I can give you a real quick one.
Go
They're
for it.
good.
Okay.
They're pretty okay. I wouldn't say. I've heard some people say, "Oh, these are the guys who should replace Anthrax in the top 5." Those
One of
people can
those.
shut
Okay,
up.
gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
But Accept is nice. They make good thrash. They've been pretty consistent at it for years and years now.
Yeah,
I can
they're
fuck
long.
with some Accept. Yeah,
I'm
I
not
absolutely
replacing
can.
Anthrax with anybody. With anything, we're replacing Megadeth. So
With anything,
Yeah,
we're
but
replacing
Exodus, Exodus over Megadeth at this point. And I say this as loving some of those Megadeth albums, but even I'm like,
Yeah, but like,
From Riley Hart, thoughts on The Cars?
oh, okay.
I got thoughts on the
I was
Cars.
gonna say
sure.
we've never done that
Sure.
one before.
We've
Okay,
never done the Cars.
Yeah.
That's kinda surprising.
Surprising. That's really surprising.
for a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band, The Cars. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Who,
Get behind the
have
Cars?
I don't
Come
know. I don't
on.
know if I've met anyone who's like The Cars. What the heck? I don't know if I've met that.
I,
Let's see,
I
Rick.
have. Actually, I knew a lot of those people in college. They were really annoying.
Oh, I
Okay.
bet.
Cars are fun. Shut
Why
up.
are you hating on The
Aw.
Cars? I don't even get it.
Of all the bands to hate, like, come on. Rick Ocasek was a great songwriter and a good producer.
He was a really good producer.
Yeah.
He was a really good producer.
That stuff still sounds fresh. Like if you hear because you hear stuff in the commercials and too and things like that. Because The Cars, discography, people don't realize how much the Cars still gets played in clips everywhere.
Now I could do without. You give me just what I needed a million times.
Yeah. The whole song, but like if you
they
see
have
that
others.
clip, yeah.
They have others.
Yeah.
And stop. There we go. Oh, someone put it in twice. Thank you. I appreciate that for the Cars. Okay. And stop. From Blaze Cyan Warrior, Manchester Orchestra versus Jimmy Eat World.
Ooh,
Wow. I feel targeted.
I do too.
I gotta say, that's a good one.
That is really good.
Yeah, good
That's
for you.
really good.
All right. Does everyone have an
You're making me think.
Yeah, does everyone have an answer?
I've got one, but I don't have as much of a dog in this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm with you, Crash.
Okay.
I'm like, this is not as personal of a battle for me.
Okay,
So,
I think we can do this.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Manchester Orchestra. 1, 2, 3.
I'll join you, Mark. I'll join you.
Jimmy Eat World. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. This makes it a tiebreaker. So
Also,
I'd love to hear from
I
the
want to see what
audience on
the vote is. I want to make that. Just throw your thoughts out there. It's the second hour, so yeah.
Yeah.
Like name
Y'all be my guest.
But it's kind of a shame because Manchester Orchestra, they had that initial start that got them a fan base, and then they were one of the few bands that transitioned their sound so well into an indie rock sound where it got more conceptual and more thoughtful, and in my opinion, extremely good. In my opinion, their late period work is what really won me over on them. And then I went back to the early stuff. The early stuff is great. Like this has been a consistently really strong band. Like I've had nights with one of my buddies, and he and I would come just listen to emo music and like throw on Manchester Orchestra of that era, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. All this holds up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, A Black Mile to the Surface, Million Masks of God, like they have done so much in their modern and older age. If you go back to albums like Everything Means Nothing and Cope, there is so much good stuff packed in there. And with Andy Hull being the dynamic frontman and producer that he is,
Yeah.
I mean, not to discredit Jimmy Eat World at all, because I almost voted for them, but I don't know. There's something about the ingenuity within this alternative rock project that is Manchester Orchestra that shouldn't work as well as it does, but it continues to, playing off of these themes of faith and division and isolation. Yeah, it's just really compelling stuff. And again, I love Jimmy Eat World, but I had to get on the Manchester ship.
One thing I would put Jimmy World's discography is more uneven. I think there's some serious dips on that discography. Their 2013 album.
Yes. The one that has I Will Steal You Back on it.
Yeah,
that album was very, very bland.
Crash, any thoughts or praise for Jimmy?
I'll just say I'm not as... I am familiar with Manchester Orchestra, but I'm not as deep into them as you guys are necessarily. But Jimmy Eat World, man, Jimmy Eat World has Bleed American. They have Futures. They have the album before Bleed American. God damn, my memory is so bad.
Clarity?
Clarity. Oh, Clarity.
Yeah, Clarity's great.
Oh, Clarity is so good. And super early Jimmy Eat World is so amazing, too. People forget how influential. Jimmy Eat World, before they broke big, were your band's favorite band for the longest time. So
they were great 90s emo.
Exactly. They were trailblazers. And they stayed really, really... I think their Integrity Blues, one of their later albums... Again,
I thought Surviving was great. Surviving was really fun.
They will come out of the blue and shock you with like, wow, Jimmy Eat World is still really, really good. Occasionally, they have a few stinkers, but they will come out and be like, damn, Jimmy, you still got it.
Yep.
Yeah, they rebound nicely.
Yeah, Manchester Orchestra, I've never had that. I like the stuff I've heard from them, but I've never had that kind of reaction. They don't have a Futures. They don't have a Clarity, in my opinion, necessarily. But...
And my thing is,
I have to disagree.
And my argument is, without being as filled with Manchester Orchestra, and I'm nothing against them because I've seen them live, I've heard some of the albums. Their recent album was really good. I liked it. I almost made my list of the year too. But with Jimmy Eat World, the highest peaks of that, especially late 90s, early 2000s, were so high and so strong and resonating of that era, that how much they stood out for just doing their own thing. I never felt that way for Manchester Orchestra, for not even being trendsetters, but just being their own entity. And Manchester Orchestra does a good job of that, but they did not stand out as well for it as Jimmy Eat World.
See, I'm not sure that's fair because, like, Jimmy Eat World's era, they were in a wave that came out of that late 90s emo scene that allowed them to get propulsion and break in the mainstream.
Yeah,
And
they never had that momentum for Manchester.
They did not.
Yeah, that's also
The alternative scene of the 2010s was not something to be proud of. So
They had a little bit of radio support
Sure.
for songs like Shake It Out, but nothing compared to what Jimmy Eat World. I mean,
No.
most people can name more than like a couple of Jimmy Eat World songs, right? And most people probably would not be able to name that many Manchester
yeah.
Orchestra.
including me. So
Yeah.
By the way, the new Manchester Orchestra EP that dropped this year, quite good.
I have
Yeah.
not heard it, but I should.
Good stuff.
noted.
To the poll. Oh,
yeah.
that's brutal.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
We did our best, Mark.
Even coming from me. 85% Jimmy Eat World. That's mean.
Ooh, even I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't be that big of a blowout. It really shouldn't.
No. Oh.
I have a feeling a lot of people just aren't familiar with Manchester.
It's
and if
true.
that's
I mean, that's
the case,
probably what it is, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Very fair. From sorry, I just scrolled away. Okay. From Alex Kawa. Alice in Chains Dirt versus Stone Temple Pilots Core.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, that is good.
Good one. We have not done that before. Good one. Good thinking. I have an answer, and boy, good choices for albums to compete against also.
Yeah.
Everyone have an answer?
Uh-huh.
I got one.
Okay. Alice in Chains Dirt. 1, 2, 3.
I think this is kind of easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't think it'd be able to.
I didn't think it'd be a unanimous
If it had
thing
been
either.
a different STP album, my vote might have been different.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. The STP
But
have
it's-
done so
See,
much better.
Yeah, they
that was
have,
just
but Core
the
was...
that was just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, it is, but Core is
Yeah.
the most iconic, so I think... Well, maybe not the most iconic. That's not fair either. But still, of the time... But Dirt's, I mean, that's where you hear...
Dirt is like their masterpiece.
It
you
really
know?
is. That's where you
Yeah.
hear Lane and
It's-
Jerry are probably some of the best example of how to harmonize and play together and make something so good on a tandem. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
Dirt does that.
Dirt is
So
one of the hardest albums I have ever listened to. I don't say that lightly.
Yes.
No, but it is.
it should be in the metal category, but it's not. So
Well, yeah, like I like man, I actually listened to that album a few months ago, just out of just random, just wanted to listen to it, and like. Man, I'm amazed we don't classify that as a metal record.
It's a
so
sludge metal record.
fucking
Yeah.
heavy.
It's a sludge metal album. Come on.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, it gets lumped in with grunge, and it is pivotal to grunge's development. But
Yeah.
man, I wish there was an alternate timeline where grunge went that heavy more frequently.
they're heavier than Bad Omens. So
You could
I just signed a death warrant.
Crash, you could not pitch Dirt to a mainstream audience. That album is
True.
it's like an
100%
hour
true.
it's an hour-long exodus in every reason that nobody should ever do heroin.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
They tried to pitch it to the audience, though. They still try to get airplay. They did get airplay out of it.
They
but-
did. They still do.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did. Oh,
So-
believe me, they did.
Like I
Boy.
love Dirt, but that is a hard listen.
It is.
Hard
It is.
listen. It is. I forgot how hard of a listen
Yeah.
that record is, but
Okay.
yeah. Woof.
From Cinematic Sterling. Okay, going to classic rock now. Stairway to Heaven versus Freebird. The long-running
We've
jukebox battle. Yeah.
I'm
Real-
almost positive we've done
I'm
this.
sure we have. Really quick, just on the dock, just the thumbs up. Stairway to Heaven. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I don't feel like yeah.
Is it really?
I love I think I like the solo in Freebird more than the solo in Stairway, but that may just be me.
the 4-minute one. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Well, they use that 4 minutes very
They
effectively.
do. They do.
really
That's
do.
fair. That's fair.
I don't want to throw down over it.
From Gunter Gutermuth. Okay, we haven't done that one before. Song versus song. U2's Sunday Bloody Sunday versus the Cranberries Zombie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like it.
It's
I
so
got it.
weird,
Ooh.
and it's so weird to think of like how close they actually are in time frame, even though I don't see them as much in the same time frame. Well,
you
Bloody
sure
Sunday.
you wanna-
Sunday
are you
Bloody
sure
Sunday's
you wanna
80s,
ask a bunch of-
80s. Yeah, 80s. That's the 80s. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm thinking 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to ask a bunch of ignorant Americans this song? Like,
Very political.
Battle.
very
much so.
political.
This is the Battle of the
How-
Irish right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. How spruced up are you guys on your Irish politics? Your 80s and 90s Irish politics, no less.
I have an
I'll
answer.
check myself out of that
and
conversation.
I have an answer. Man, I feel weird betraying the other one on this one, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
everyone
think I have
one?
an answer, but
Okay.
this
Yeah.
is tricky.
Sunday, Bloody Sunday. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? I'm glad somebody did.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody.
I'm not
did.
against that either. So the zombie. 1, 2, 3.
See,
Fair. You're not gonna hear me argue it.
not at
Yeah.
all. Not at all.
Yeah.
I've seen you two do Sunday Bloody Sunday live. I own
Ah.
vinyl. Like, I'm
Mm.
sorry. I love
Yeah.
I love War
Yeah.
too much.
You picked the
I
right
mean-
U2 song for sure.
You really
So-
did. Absolutely.
No, the funny thing is they actually played that as part of their opening set for doing the entire Joshua Tree album.
That's
I
a
mean-
show. Nice.
That's. Say whatever you want to about U2, and believe me, you can say it.
Yeah.
But man, if you've ever seen them live, you get it.
Sure.
I get it.
You get
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
They are so good live.
Oh, so Sunday Bloody Sunday was before. Let me put it this way.
that was
that was before
go ahead.
Bono became Bono. Is that a fair way to say that?
before Bono went full Bono. Let's
Yes,
put it that way.
full Bono. Yes.
Full Bono in like October
Yeah.
Baby. Like,
Yeah, that's full Bono.
Yeah.
Yes.
To be fair, and also Dolores, fantastic. Zombies, still
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm.
Still awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not
Rest in
punishing.
peace, Queen.
We're not punishing Zombie because we're gonna get another Tommy Vex cover out of it, and I don't want that.
yeah, they've been
They've
punished
they've
enough.
dealt with
They
enough.
don't need that.
So,
yeah, agreed.
by the way, great joke I heard from a radio show long ago. U2 actually doesn't need any lighting rigs at their live shows. Bono's aura and ego just lights up the whole arena whenever he walks in. So, just glowing everywhere. Okay.
Oh.
Noxuser says, Bright Eyes. I have to bow out. I've not heard enough Bright Eyes.
Mm.
I can
Sure.
do Bright Eyes.
You three?
I can
Okay.
do
Bright Eyes. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Connor writes some good tunes.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I don't mind
For
Connor.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm less crazy on them than the people who were really into them at their
Yeah,
peak. But like,
same.
Yeah. I wasn't
Same.
there for the peak. I was, introduced years later. But you're right. The people that were like there for it will not let it go.
Right.
I was there for the peak. Like, man, those first few Bright Eyes records do really hit, especially
They do.
if you're a dumb college kid like I was back in the day.
See, I think
absolutely
college.
get it.
I just
but,
think that's
yeah.
the college era band for a
That is, yeah, they are. Yeah, Bright Eyes is the college late.
That's how
high
I
school.
associate it,
I'm
yeah.
angsty and still hormonal as fuck. Yeah, that's what that music is for.
Yeah.
From Duffy Loner 64. Oh man, okay. Heavy in a different direction. The Dillinger Escape Plan versus 9 Inch Nails.
Ooh, I think I saw that one get sent in, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be tough."
It's kind of unfair in the
Apple,
same.
yeah, not a comparison at all. But
No.
Love both, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Same.
Yeah,
Same.
absolutely.
Prefacing with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everyone have an answer?
Yep.
Okay. The Dillinger Escape Plan. 1, 2, 3. I get it. Yeah.
Sorry.
9 Inch. I get it though.
I
9
love
Inch
Nails.
Nails.
too.
1, 2, 3.
Dude, you put it against
You
Trent.
put it against
Don't
Trent.
put that
Any
against
era
Trent,
trend.
man.
Okay, I will say one
Yeah.
thing. Check out Better Lovers, the new
Yes.
supergroup. It's so fun and so good. I'm seeing them live next week. So I don't know if that venue is going to be standing after shows like that because I'm seeing some footage of their shows on tour now. Holy crap. It's getting way anyway. Yeah, 9 Inch Nails. Love Dillinger and everything they did all the way up till 2017. But yeah. So we have a visitor.
We do. Baymax wanted to say hi to the chat.
Hello,
I actually
Baymax.
saw him running around in the background there. I was
Yeah.
like,
Hannah's been trying to capture him for like the past 10 minutes. He accidentally got loose.
Aw.
aw.
We're not even at 150 likes, so I guess they don't want any more animals, though. So okay.
Yeah.
Sad.
Come on,
That's-
guys.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
sad.
y'all.
From Tom Randall, Tragically Hip Day for Night.
Oh, I wonder who this is directed at.
Yeah.
I got
Day for night, you said?
Yes.
Yeah. Not their best, not my
I'm a thumbs
favorite
up
by
too,
any
yeah.
means. But yeah, lots of good stuff on that record.
There you go.
Yep.
I think that's a nice peaceful one for that too. So
For sure.
okay.
Hip in the 90s, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. So, and let me go back here. Sorry, I have to capture all the other ones too. Da-da-da, and stop. From Philip Bowman. Okay. Huh. Only a year apart for these, I think. Deftones Koi no Yokan versus Bring Me the Horizon Sempiternal.
Oh,
Oh. You're hitting
my
John
taste.
where you live.
right in my taste.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a mean one to me too, but okay. Okay.
Mm.
Does
Yeah,
everyone
okay.
have it? I'm thinking about this. I'm trying to think of my arguments, but they're
I'm
hard to
I'm
make.
thinking my answer hard. I really
Come on.
am.
Also, not a direct comparison to the two either, outside of time
Yeah.
frame. But that's it. So okay,
I get it.
I
get it
guess I
too,
get it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I guess I've got an answer.
Does everyone have an unfortunate answer?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Deftones Koi no Yokan. 1, 2, 3. Whoa!
Whoa!
I was not expecting that.
No, me either.
I thought I was going to be
Really?
alone on a sad, entombed island, but
I'm
here I
tempted
am.
to change my vote just to be contrarian, but I won't.
Too late. Sempiternal punished.
Too late.
Intern.
Anyone have anything they want to say? Also, arguably my favorite Bring Me the Horizon album.
It is my
Yeah,
favorite
I mean-
Horizon album.
No
But-
disrespect to Sempiternal, but
But-
it's
Koi no
Koi no
Yokan
Yokan's hard
is just hypnotic at some points. So
Mhm.
Rosemary, Entombed, so many
Entombed.
songs.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Tempest,
Koi no-
Swerve City.
Tempest. Yes.
Yeah,
It might be Deftones' second best album.
I wouldn't fight you on that.
Depending
I
on the day
honestly
that you
wouldn't.
catch me, I change my views on their discography anyway. Some days it's up there
Yeah.
in the top two.
I'm with you there.
Uh-huh.
Yep, bingo.
I get it.
Ah, yeah. I
Yeah,
got
I'm
mine
not-
over there on the shelf.
But like Koi no Yokan is one of the ones I will go to bat for. That's a phenomenal.
Yeah, same.
Just the atmospheric presence on that record is just the epitome of everything.
There's
That
so
they-
much of a range and so many different songs too, which is hard to do for some sounds like that. But Deftones pulls it off so well.
And you know what? I'm gonna blow y'all's mind, specifically Mark's. Nick Raskulinecz produced that album.
I know he had his moment.
He
and
has
did
his
a
moment.
and he did a fantastic job too. So
Yep.
Yeah, he really did. He
And
absolutely
with that, with Deftones in particular, I think that's one of those cases where his name is on the box, but Chino probably did a lot of work.
Sure.
And that's
sure.
fine.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
how do we punish Sempiternal? They're on tour with Fall Out Boy, by the way.
It's,
Gretchen just
it's
saw
no
live.
longer Sempiternal. It expires. Sempiternal.
That's
10 years old, by the way. Sempiternal's 10 years old.
Happy
Oh,
birthday.
you're kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh.
April
Oh.
2013.
Over 10
Yeah.
years old,
Oh.
everybody. Over 10 years old.
Mm.
Oh.
The sandpit
Pass the
turtle memes are 10
Metamucil.
years old.
That sandpit turtle really is turning to sand right now.
honestly got to say it kind of sounds like it too.
Ooh.
Oh, now that's what. Okay, so I saw Bring Me last week live opening for Fall Out Boy, and they played a decent amount of songs from Sempiternal. I still
Yeah.
think they hit.
Oh, I have to read a comment. Rarely does the snark in the comment section get me to stop. Someone just said,
Ooh.
even Steph Carpenter's flat earth rants couldn't ruin Koi no Yokan.
It's true.
True.
It's
Very
actually
true.
I love
Very
Deftones.
true,
That man
Yeah.
is just
Nah.
lost
That's
cause.
fair. That's
Oh.
fair, though.
There's no flat earthers in Bring Me. That's a big
Yeah,
plus.
we know of.
That we know of.
That we
That we
know
know of.
I don't know, half the shit Ollie says kind of pisses me off. So
Mm.
Oh, sorry,
Oh.
that really derailed me. But it caught me. I was like, oh,
No.
that's such an argument, though. I can't really. I have to address it. So
I like this comment from GCOLBYP. You're all old.
that's fine.
But I'm the youngest.
You're not wrong.
you're really making yourself look better, John. Much better.
Let me just throw them under the bus real quick.
I still have 2 years before my AARP card comes in.
Oh yeah, I got 6.
From Ben Wilkes. Oh, I this was meant seriously, I think. Weezer versus Smashing Pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't done this one before.
We haven't.
No.
Okay, I can go with this.
Yeah, I can too.
Yeah.
Weezer. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I was not expecting a split. Smashing Pumpkins. 1, 2, 3.
For me, this is very close, though.
It's close because the highs and lows for both names are such
very
Mount Everest and Death Valley. Ugh. I'm going to make a poll. You guys just say whatever you want.
Let's see.
I'm not. I don't know if I'm even allowed to talk about Weezer anymore. I've said,
Crash, there are people drooling at the keyboard right now, waiting with anticipation for you to say something about them.
He's like, he said their name. He said their name.
God, yeah, no.
Give them what they want, Crash.
There are weird people. Again, weird people on Reddit who, anytime I talk about Weezer, they run off and snitch on me to our Weezer forum or whatever and say, "Oh, this guy, did you hear what Crash Thompson said? He did this," and it'll be something innocuous like a tweet or something.
If you're a Reddit snitch, you need to look in the mirror and take some just deep look.
Yeah, if you're a Reddit snitch,
I took a deep look.
it's
have the
John.
day you deserve.
I'm over here. I am the leaker.
No. And the Reddit username is not John from ARTV.
Not John from ARTV. That's how you know it's not me.
Yes. You know, I'll just Melancholy, I think, is the best of Smashing Pumpkins, and I would go back to that over any of the best Weezer albums by a hair.
Yeah, I say that.
No.
I would get
That's a me thing.
I get it, but I go Melancholy for me versus Pinkerton, and I'm like,
okay, and I get that too.
Pinkerton.
Totally get that also. So
yeah,
I would also say the Smashing Pumpkins do have some really underrated gems, like Adore doesn't get the love it deserves.
Adore is great.
Or Gish is better than you probably remember it being. Like,
yeah.
They do have some. They do have.
They do
have
2000. Yeah. I would say up until like the very early 2000s, Smashing Pumpkins were still putting out stuff. It was just overlooked by the flood of everything else. Same with Weezer.
I'll even stand up for the first Machina album with all that record's problems.
Yes. There are songs. Yeah.
Some damn good singles.
Like
absolutely.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
The One You Love. Just.
But
Everlasting Gaze.
I'm just thinking more like, what's the worst of both, and how do they stack up?
See, that's another thing.
Because that's the thing.
Weezer's worst.
Say that again, Mark.
Worst Weezer album is either the Red Album or Ratitude. That's my.
And I'm thinking about all of these 3-hour epics that Smashing and Billy's making of the last decade.
See those that takes a lot of points off what Billy's done with the
Pumpkins
legacy.
It's so hard to compare now.
It's making more and more sense to me why they sent this, because both of these are bands that have released way too much material.
Yes.
You know? Just
the EPs last year with Weezer. How do you even think that's a good idea?
I don't know. I never even. I'll be honest. I never even listened to them.
Same. I don't care, and you can't force me to care.
That's my attitude towards because I have not cared about them in 10 years.
There you go, and that's understandable too.
Hey, but Ubate and White, I think, are great. I will stand by that.
Ubate, I won't. But okay, fine.
Like I said, Mount Everest peaks, Death Valley lows for both groups.
Absolutely.
To the poll. Oh, that is close.
Really?
52% the Smashing Pumpkins.
Ooh.
Wow.
Dang.
That was more of a nail biter than I thought it'd be. Wow.
Well, I wasn't even expecting us to be split. So
I mean, okay, there you go.
I guess it does make sense. So man, that actually got a lot more mileage than I thought it would. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a surprisingly good one.
Yes,
very nice suggestion.
I get what you did now. Yeah.
Yeah. I see your value now.
From Cinematic Sterling, Here's $20. Can you all sing Untitled by Simple Plan to the end of the video later?
No.
I forget.
I'll sing it now.
$20 to do that?
Like $20 to each of us, or just
No.
$20 to you?
Five each. Five
Okay, for a
each.
I
$5?
want 20 each.
I'll tell you what, 20 each, yes. We will look into it. So,
How could this happen to us?
We made our mistakes,
Nowhere to run.
but time moves on.
How
I'm
could
fading away.
how could you not give us more money? Alex Kawa. Oh, we're going power metal now. Alex Kawa. Gretchen, listen up. Sabaton versus Powerwolf.
I gotta tap out.
That's fine.
I can do this, yeah.
Okay, I am on it. Okay. Sabaton. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
Powerwolf. 1, 2, 3.
They're just more fun. They're just way more fun.
It's beyond
And-
fun at some points too. Powerwolf embraces it. And Sabaton, they're great, but they definitely are in their lane with writing
Yeah,
and production and
yeah.
everything. Powerwolf, oh goodness. Once I saw them live, my eyes were open even more. And the music's so much, you can't not have fun with Powerwolf listening to them.
Yeah, that's kind of the winning condition
Yeah,
there.
Sabaton. Sometimes you can just be in a different mood. With Powerwolf, you cannot have a bad time. So
Yeah.
pretty
that's it.
alright, yeah.
John, I know we talked this was mentioned before when I went and shot them. Just check out Powerwolf if you want to have a good time. You want to be happy.
Sure. Yeah, I've heard much better things about them than what's the other? I
Sabaton,
don't even know
yeah.
them.
Sabaton.
I'm not even
Sabaton is.
familiar with them.
Yeah, there you go.
They're fine. They're just kind of old hat and kind of standard.
Powerwolf is
You've heard a million bands that sound like Sabaton.
Yeah,
I'm sure you
yeah.
have.
Powerwolf is a cult of werewolves that celebrate in churches at midnight playing power metal. John,
And they're
And you attend every service.
you will too once you see the music video for "Demons Are a Girl's Best Friend." There you go.
I'm already in the cult of Vessel with Sleep Token. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm taken. Sorry.
Maybe I'll get to finally know his name and shake his hand one day. Maybe.
I'm already
That's
religiously seeing
That's a
someone,
true
sorry.
cult. You don't even know the guy's real name. You don't get to talk to the leader. Ooh, that is a cult. Blaze Cyan Warrior. Album versus album. Okay. Well, speak of what we just talked about. Album versus album. Avenged Sevenfold's Life is But a Dream versus Sleep Token's Take Me Back to Eden.
Oh, come on now.
Come on.
Oh, you're just stoking some discussion. Well, okay, that's the point of the show. But
I'm not as afraid of the Reddit and TikTok backlash on this one, but it could still exist.
I am.
I'm already dead at this point. You guys still have something to run from. Avenged Sevenfold's Life is But a Dream. 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
I was about to say.
take us back to Eden. 1, 2, 3. We're all going to Eden, everybody. This is coming from someone who did not hate the new Avenged Sevenfold album.
I didn't either, but you would have thought I did based on the comments I got.
You should have seen the comments I got on my review.
Yeah. We both gave it 3s, but on a different scale, Crash.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
just
so funny.
like the new Avenged Sevenfold album is bad, but it's bad in a weird way, but not in a way where I'm inclined to go back to it. Like I was talking about this before, like I've heard it and like, okay, M Shadows can't sing anymore. The production's a total mess. The songwriting is up its own ass.
The songwriting is the
Yeah.
worst strike against it.
Oh my
The
Probably
worst.
the hardest pill to swallow for
Yeah.
me. And I don't hate that album. I really don't. I think there's strong songs on there. Like
And I went back to a few.
Mattel
Mattel and Cosmic
know?
are the two I went back to.
Yeah.
And I still think they're strong, but 2 out of the whole album is not the best selling point for the band, and their hallucinogenic creative bursts they
And
had
with
to
it-
make this.
It's been 7 years, and you can't. This is, it's underwhelming for
Also-
a 7-year appetite. for
Yeah,
album.
that
Also-
is who I feel for. Like the
And I
people
see-
who were waiting
Yeah.
forever.
And I see
for
so many
that.
people praise like individual songs or elements of Take Me Back to Eden as their individual favorites, and there's range. I am fed up with people praising the God sequence on Life is But a Dream as this inspirational.
It's
This
not.
is their epic peak of creativity. What are you talking about?
It's that series of song especially.
Yeah.
It's a bad Mike Patton impersonator trying to sell you an NFT. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad.
Vessel has not tried to sell us NFTs. You know
Not
what?
yet.
You get another good point for that. Yeah. Not sleep token NFTs. Oh, those would sell.
You could call them sleep tokens. Oh,
It writes itself.
John, you barely beat me to that one.
Because
I
the
did,
token.
and I'm quite literally coining it.
Digitally, right now.
Digitally, yes.
$25 to start. So
I will be pulling the rug.
You'll probably still get plenty of investors.
you'll still get cash.
Exactly.
You're
I
pay-
can say
you're-
that I am scamming you. I am pulling the rug, and people will be like, okay.
But it has a sleep token image on it, right? The rug
Yeah, it's
itself.
got Vestal
Okay.
on there.
Yeah.
Masterful gambit, sir.
Like the different robe colors.
No, what John would totally do. What's the way to do that? There is like there are secrets as part of the lore on each of the tokens.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so, and so since no one knows it yet, like he can just make up whatever he wants, and they'll believe
Exactly. Fill in the blanks. Sure.
it. Just rewrite Lord of the Rings. You just put Vessel in place of name of like Frodo, and you're set.
I
And
think that my precious is gonna give it away.
Oh yeah.
and the video essay that Dan Olson puts out on us will be devastating.
We've already had the money though, so we'll be okay. Oh, that's a good
Touche,
idea.
touche.
Have him come in on it to rights, and then we'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. So, Avenged Sevenfold's punishment. They have to refund every single NFT for the value that they paid for. I think
They
that's.
should.
I think that's pretty fair. Fair.
That's
Yeah.
very fair.
So, coming from an Avenged Sevenfold fan, yeah, give the money back. So, high five, guys. We didn't buy into NFTs. High five. Good job. Okay.
After what happened on my channel, do you think I would?
I know, especially you. From Super D Math, there's that name again. Jelly Roll.
Oh god.
No.
I'm not as familiar with his work, so
I'm hearing groans.
I might
and
have to tap
no's.
out.
Okay. Thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but no.
That's why I was confused. I'm like, no. Jelly Roll. 1, 2, 3. I'm not as much of a hater on this one. I saw Jelly Roll live. He can at least. It does feel sincere what Jelly Roll's doing. He's not phoning it in like Hardy, and it's a scam. So
Okay, the thing with Jelly Roll is that Jelly Roll is signed to an affiliate of Jason Aldean's label.
yes,
And the thing with Jelly Roll is that he's been around for a decade plus.
yes.
He was in the country rap scene for years. Like I know people in my Discord who have followed and have highlighted the sketchy ass verses that he's done. But also Jelly Roll's one of those guys that was broke forever, did time in jail and basically
yeah.
whatever he could get. He's only getting a breakthrough now because that particular like gruff, like presentation, very biblical framing is really
Yes.
working for him. The
Yeah.
problem is that outside of Son of a Sinner, he's not very good.
Yeah,
Like-
and Son of a Sinner worked. That's what helped catapult him. But it seems, and he is, and I think it's the multi-genre crossing that's very popular right now with other artists that's really helping him boost him big time.
But if you're gonna do that multi-genre crossover, do it with a Yellow album from last year, which was really good, and nobody gave a shit about it.
I didn't even hear it, so yeah, that's about
He
right.
did an entire album with Shooter Jennings, and it's this album that's like this country rock thing. And it's got a lot of Springsteen influences, a lot of John Mellencamp influences. It's got this real southern flair to it. It honestly goes way harder than it should, and it's not particularly produced well, but the songs are there, and I'm like, why couldn't this be big?
Because Hardy exists now, and now Hardy has to be big.
Oh, who did I see that already had a feature on some new rock band?
Beartooth and Hardy. That's coming out.
Ew.
I swear on my life, that's coming up on the new Beartooth album. That's now. It's a song with Hardy. How did that combine?
Stuff.
How
I'm
did-
not liking the new Beartooth.
I'm hit and
Fuck it.
miss. Like one of them I liked, one of them I didn't like. The other one was there, so I'm all over the place. But
How did that happen?
I don't know. As soon as I saw it, like on the press release, I was like, oh,
Why
Yeah.
did Beartooth need that?
And it's the only feature on the album, too.
Yeah, it is. It sticks out just in text on the press release like a sore thumb. So we'll see. However, I would take Jelly Roll all day over Hardy.
Over Hardy, sure.
100%. At least it's sincere and he has moments. Fine.
Did you guys review the Mockingbird and the Crow?
I listened to it. Oh, it's gonna
I
make.
tried to listen to that.
No,
I sampled it.
I did. I checked out the whole rock side of it. Oh, it's making a list of mine later this year.
Good, it should.
Best of the decade.
I'm
yeah.
tempted
yeah.
to add it to my list. I haven't actually been able to sit through it.
Man,
It's
you're
so
not missing anything.
It's so fucking bad and it's so fucking long.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all be listening to this Morgan Wallen album and stuff. Like, God. Like Mark, how did you do it?
Oh goodness. Here's a discussion from Zombie Berry 27. Disturbs the Sound of Silence cover versus Falling in Reverse's Last Resort cover.
Well,
This is close.
It's not even fair, but okay, I'll give attention to it. Sound of Silence from Disturbed. 1, 2, 3.
And I've really soured on that cover as the years have gone by, but
What did
Like,
you
come
expect from this chat?
I'm sorry, Falling in Reverse is absolutely terrible, and I think I'm the only one in this particular group that Ronnie Radke has not come after. And
He hasn't come after me.
he's
but
never come after me. No, but
Oh wow! So I'm the only person in the group that he has.
I think yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, hi, Ronnie.
the thing is, though, this is going to open up a can of worms. I don't want him to because, one, I have footage of him at Warped Tour slinging out an ableist slur at the crowd.
of course.
Of
Classy.
course.
Shocker.
And two,
Shocker, yeah.
I met his girlfriend and she's really nice. And I have a picture of us together. This was like in 2017. And this,
Former
Paige.
WWD.
Yeah, Paige.
Yeah.
She's so
Yeah.
nice. So she deserves so much better than that jerk. So
I don't
much
know
better.
how that happened.
Oh, would you like to know? Well, this,
Yeah.
I met.
Don't ruin it for me.
I like Paige.
I know. I was about to say
I
I,
like
want
Paige.
to like Paige. I saw the movie Fighting with My Family. I
was a
like
good
her story.
movie.
Like,
So-
yeah, it was
She
a
go-
good movie.
She
Like,
goes
come
by
on.
Soraya now, right?
Yes, she does in AEW.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I met Paige at Self Help Fest. See, this was a festival where she had already broken up with the bassist of A Day to Remember, who was playing at that show. She was currently seeing someone from Attila who was playing that show, and then she finally started dating Ronnie Radke of Falling in Reverse, who was playing that show.
Girl's got an interesting taste, that's for sure.
Did you keep up with that? Did you see that? Yeah.
Yeah. The bassist of A Day to Remember that's no longer the bassist of A Day to
Correct.
Remember.
Correct.
Oh yes,
Got it.
Mr. Allegations.
Yeah, into Attila, into Falling in Reverse.
Ugh.
Allegations is the name of the game for that one.
Move on.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, right.
I'm good, yeah.
From 5590, the name 5590 ERS, 5590ers, sure. Ghost albums, Prequel versus Impera. We might have done this one before. I don't know.
I don't know if we've done this one specifically.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also, hell.
we'll do it quick too. Prequel, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even close.
And I liked
know
Impera.
some of y'all are much warmer to the
But you're not
latest
top of
record.
Prequel
but-
on that though.
No. One has
Yeah.
dance and the other one doesn't.
Ah,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
true.
very true.
One also
Okay.
has me asthma. The
it
other
has
one
to be
doesn't.
asthma. Yeah, you're not beating that saxophone solo. So.
No, you're not.
Frog Stomp says, wow, really going back. Len's Steal My Sunshine versus Hanson's Mbop.
Oh, this
Oh
isn't
my
fair.
God.
Not even fair.
Wow. When was the last time I heard Steal My Sunshine?
Was
Been a while.
cassettes were
Wow.
still functionally reasonable equipment at that point. Like you could still reasonably buy cassettes at that point of both of these.
Yeah.
So. Alrighty.
All right.
Steal My Sunshine. 1, 2, 3.
Easy. Not even close.
Yeah.
Of all the
Okay.
things to be split
Okay.
on, Mbop. 1, 2, 3.
Interesting.
Such a banger. It's such a banger.
I don't know if I put any of them as bangers, but you know what?
And Steal My Sunshine
I
isn't? Like, it's that.
You know
Okay,
what? To be fair,
okay.
I haven't heard it in so long that maybe that would change. But based off of where I am right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to listen to either of them soon either. So, you know.
Has a bit more of a funk side to it, and that bass line. That's what gives-
The voice on
yeah.
from Len just is the most flat, gruff, surfer boy. But then again, Hanson, I guess they're not really known for.
Yeah, there's a squee element to Hanson, and I'm like,
Well, they were like 9 when they made the song, so that's gonna happen anyway.
child doing this to me.
Which banger song gets the thumbs up? We're doing this quick, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob.
Vote
Steel?
back.
Well, you see, man, we got a young audience too. I don't even know if they'll even remember. Well, Hanson got around so big, but Len, we haven't heard
Len,
from
that
Len.
was it. That was it for Len. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that
Hanson
was
still has a career. Like they just make music
Yeah, they're
only
still
for
active.
only for their
Yeah.
fan club and their fans, but they make good money out of it, and their fans are happy, so they're doing things right. They're fine.
And I'm sorry, I just cannot deny the chorus to "Steal My Sunshine" is so good.
With the girl.
I know.
If you steal
It's
my
not
sunshine, she doesn't even
me.
sing it.
Oh, steal my sunshine. Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
Like she's not even
Oh.
singing it; she's just kind of like cheerfully saying it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then again,
but, like,
they're saying vocabulary and words. Mbop isn't even a word, so
Doobop, doobadabdaba, doobda, scoobadabda.
really it's just gibberish. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
This is even closer than the last one.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That is as close as it gets.
Wow. 1%. 1%. Oh, and Len won it.
Wow.
Y'all got me in the chat.
Oh no, we lost the Len versus Hanson debate.
Oh
Rats!
no. Oh.
I'm gonna need a moment to collect myself.
Man, Gretchen, can you bring me an ice pack for the severe burn I just received? Oh, goodness.
Just burned from all that sunshine, man. What can I say?
worse,
And
The sun.
yeah,
Mm.
Meowie Mix. Boy, is that a name? Not Meow Mix. Meowie
Meowie
Mix.
mix. That's adorable.
Slow Dive versus Beach House.
Oh.
That's actually an awesome one, by the way. Well done,
Great.
Meowie Mix.
Very well.
You are a good kitty, Meowie Mix. You get a treat later.
I literally just took the plunge into slow dive this year, and it's so not fair. It's still not fair.
Well, this is
Yeah.
this is the perfect
Yeah.
time for this
Oh.
then.
Okay.
Put me to the
I'd
test.
be
all right.
judged on this. I think. Is Annie watching this? If they are, this no.
Yeah, Annie. Oh my God, they are. R.I.P. fam. Oh,
Yeah.
but oh my
Alright.
goodness.
Do this.
Hey, I have TikTok and Reddit come after me. Annie can come after some of you. That's fine with me.
Yeah, but we'll have to
Yeah.
deal with them on a more immediate basis.
That's true. Slow dive. 1, 2, 3.
I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to. I'm the only one. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
But I have
It's
to.
close
I have
for
to.
me, but Beach
I do.
House. 1, 2, 3.
I mean, fair.
Close.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
close. It is so close.
Yeah.
Like I don't
You know what? My argument is very simple. I'll just go real quick here.
Souvlaki.
Souvlaki.
Yeah.
Sue fucking
Sure.
Vlaki. Oh, it's so hard to beat Souvlaki. For me, it wins on Souvlaki alone. It's still close, but man.
For me, I'm pitching Souvlaki versus Teen Dream and Bloom.
I'm thinking Bloom 100% is the teetering effect. The slim edge is Bloom. That's the
It's
one.
Teen Dream, it's Bloom, it's Seven, which I think is
Seven is so overlooked. And I
Seven
thought
would-
Once Twice Melody was overlooked.
Once twice was the new EP was good this year.
Yeah, Holiday House,
Yeah.
Devil's Pool. Come on, they just don't miss. And I
Sure.
know that they have more of a well to draw from because they have a much larger discography. But obviously, Slow Dive have classics. We know
Like,
that.
For
Yeah.
me, if I was doing this, it'd be like Slow Dive versus the Cocteau Twins. Like,
See,
that's
yeah.
that's a meaner one to certain people. Like,
But yeah, that would be definitely
yeah.
definitely harder to parse there. Absolutely.
Okay. Good discussion. We're not gonna worry about slow dive. Punish that. I don't know how we even
No.
would. Empty the pool. I don't know.
People have to wait another 10 years for a next album.
Actually,
Oh,
that's-
yep. Yeah,
They would be
that's a
fine with
punishment.
that though. They don't care about that. So
Yeah, that's a punishment we're used to at this point.
that came out like I want to say 2017.
Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
is slow. Yeah.
I
Car
actually
roving.
reviewed that too, but it was before I was familiar with the band. That review is trash. Ignore what I said.
Wow.
Just period. I'll just
I
own
have
up
reviews
to
like
it.
that too.
I'll
Chris.
just own up to it.
Is that the
Like I don't
first
do a series like you do, John. I don't do I got this wrong. But
Yeah.
that is definitely one of those albums where if I did, I absolutely should.
I
I'll
always
do
want
one
you-
for you.
I always want you guys to plug your stuff, not just like shoo people away from past content.
I'll make a video. Crash got it wrong.
Oh,
okay. Go nuts.
Serious critics get it wrong. That could be a series unto itself.
It's true.
From Christian Todor, Silverchair. I know we've done those other documents before.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever done
Not
them
on here.
individually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have done them versus somebody, but I don't know. if
Versus,
it's
Maybe.
the
Yeah.
same one.
Yeah.
Silverchair. 1, 2, 3.
You know, they were kind of underrated.
Yeah,
They were.
okay.
I think.
I mean, I get it. They certainly weren't the best.
no, but they were
band from
teenagers.
there.
They were young.
They were super young.
Yeah.
So, I can't knock
they
it
were
for that.
They were super young. They were from a country where there virtually was no grunge scene. Like,
No.
grunge barely happened in Australia, from my understanding at least. So they kind of had to dig their own well and kind of make their own path. And
Right.
they did okay, all
Yeah,
things
They
considered.
reinvented themselves throughout that. I mean, they moved on past grunge.
And, you know, Neon Ballroom, pretty decent. Still goes decently
That's the
hard.
one
Dated
That's
as
the
hell.
second one I remember. The one
Absolutely dated
yeah.
as hell, but still a very fun
after.
record.
Yeah, can't knock it really. So fair one. I like that one. So from not okay, this could provide something because I don't think we've done it this way. Noxuser, Sublime with Rome. So Sublime
Look at that.
2.0. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
See, me especially, because if I may
Oh,
put
wouldn't
on
have
my
even given
if I may
Sublime
put on
that
my
one, bro.
hater hat for a minute, I don't even like regular Sublime that much.
I don't either.
See,
Yeah,
I
they get
just
way
think
too much credit.
I think they're
They
one of
get
the
way
most
too much
over,
hate.
they're just one of the most overrated bands ever, in my
Nah.
opinion. So
Nah.
that's just me. However, Sublime with Rome. Why
There's
would I-
also-
why-
Now that is worth complaining.
Overrated.
well, yeah, that's what I would complain about. It's like, why would I want this? So,
Yeah, no one really needed that.
yeah.
No.
Okay.
Good.
We want to do 10 minutes of super fast lightning round?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys. Dun, 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 dun. And stop. Stevenator 73, The Amity Affliction.
Mm.
Been a while since I've dug into them,
It's
honestly.
same.
And
I
they
don't think I've listened to them since that album cover that had the black balloons on it or whatever.
The bad one. That was
Yeah,
the
year,
that was Year
really
of the
bad
Beat Boop.
one.
That was Year of the Beat
Yeah.
Boop. So.
Yeah.
They just
That
had
was
an album
Imagine
come out.
Dragon shit.
They just had an album come out this year, by the way.
Okay, I haven't heard it.
Haven't heard it either.
All right, we all want to have an answer on this.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
I suppose.
The Amity Affliction. 1, 2, 3.
You know what? 10 tentative.
I'm
Yeah. But like
the
very, very.
slightest thumbs up.
Yeah,
only
some of their good
because
stuff is good.
Let the Ocean Take Me was such a good album, and they have never
Yeah.
done anything back like good as good that since.
No,
Ooh.
no, never even come
Unfortunately.
close to
No.
it. But they have a few decent
do.
moments. So a little credit where it's due,
I
but
can't.
not much.
I can't hate them. So
No, me either. You know, me. That's a good way to put it. I can't hate them.
for the thumbs down. Anything you guys want to say? Just me.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
really don't.
Oh, okay. I wonder who this is
I just
directed
don't
at.
remember them. I think that's the. That
That's
says a
fair
lot,
too. Yeah.
You know.
Cinda Zero. I know who this is directed at. Green Day versus Linkin Park.
Hi, John. I think we've done this.
Gee, I
We
wonder
might
who
have done
is
this one
for.
before, and also, come on, make it more obvious. Green Day, 1, 2, 3. Linkin Park, 1, 2, 3. Slight, barely.
I mean, yeah, this is kind of a hard comparison.
This is a weird comparison. It's not even
Yeah.
apples and oranges.
weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it's
a
weird. Yeah.
comparison.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this off and just do the joke with it. From Just Isaac says, "Flowers" by Miley Cyrus versus "Vampire" by Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, gee, I wonder who. Oh,
Crash.
gee, I wonder who this is directed at.
Crash.
Uh,
Would you?
Craft,
I've never even heard it. I've never even heard these songs. It's not like I spent an hour and 30 minutes talking with Todd in the Shadows and Lena Morgan about this in a recent podcast called Song versus Song. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I guess they can't find it on all podcast distributors right now online to check it out.
I suppose they can.
Okay, too bad. From Gunter Gutermuth, David Bowie's Space Oddity versus Elton John's Rocket Man.
Ooh.
Have we done this?
I don't know. It feels... Maybe we've done something similar, probably.
Probably something similar.
And it's I don't think we've done it on here, too. So,
okay.
Space Oddity. 1, 2, 3. Fair. I get it.
Yeah.
Rocket Man. 1,
Totally.
2, 3.
Mm.
Fair.
I'm not gonna fight you.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like the Len versus Hansen battle we had earlier, where we really had to go tooth and nail.
And of all the things to go brutal on,
To go with a 1% slit or one. Wow, I almost had a stroke saying that. Apparently, 1% split. Nailed it.
1%.
Nailed it.
There. It is. No, that's a tongue twister.
I don't
That's a tongue
drink.
It is.
I don't drink, guys. I don't.
Right. Secret safe, Luke.
From Seth Benjamin, Weezer versus Fallout Boy.
Really?
I
If
see
was
where
gonna
their
make
heads
it up,
at.
Yeah.
I see where their heads
They were
at
on
with
tour
this.
together with
They were.
Green Day.
Yeah.
Weezer. 1, 2, 3.
I do think I gotta give it. Yeah. Okay. You got one thumbs up for Weezer out of me.
Fallout Boy. 1, 2, 3. Because of the two.
Hey, I'm surprised, Crash.
The
I am.
two-
After how much you like the one this year?
I love the one this year. I know I'm like the only person who loves the one this year,
I
but
didn't hate it. Just
Well, out of us, at least.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
people loved it.
yes. I'll say
I don't know. I've never been ride or die with Fallout Boy the same way I have been with Weezer in the past. So personal bias for my
Sure.
pick.
From Riley Hart's thoughts on the band Pulp. I have to stick out of this one.
Which one? What's
Pulp.
the name?
Pulp.
P-U-L-P.
English band from the 90s.
Yeah.
Common
I got
People.
about.
Oh, Paul. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, that Paul.
Yeah.
Jarvis Cocker.
Yeah, Jarvis Cocker, yeah.
That Paul.
Sounds familiar, but I gotta. Pulp. 1, 2, 3.
I can vibe with Pulp.
Fair enough.
I dig Pulp.
Great.
And if we're talking about orange juice, right here, I like Pulp. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way.
Yeah.
Not necessarily my favorite Britpop band, but they get kind of overlooked here in the States.
There you
More
go.
than they should, in my opinion. Like there's some days I will take Pulp over Blur. So
Same.
What about
I'm
Pulp
with you
over
there.
Suede?
Interesting.
See, for me, never. No, Suede always wins that battle in my book.
I
I
feel
know
that.
Suede.
Mm.
but yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
From, wow, man, another throwback to a one-hit wonder, or at least I thought they were a one-hit wonder. Noxuser, t.a.t.u, T.a.t.u. Remember all the things she said?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That song just came up on shuffle for me the other day. That was crazy.
That's the only
Really?
thing they're known
Wow.
for, right? Besides that album.
Yeah,
I'd never heard the
that's-
album. I only know the song.
I only know that song.
I'm gonna bow out. I don't know super a lot.
I know that song to death.
There's not
I don't know
much to
anything
know.
else. Yeah.
Let's do
Tattoo.
it. Thumbs up or thumbs down on that song.
Tattoo. All the things she said just for the song. 1, 2, 3.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Because they're fake gay.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
We do
it
not
was for show.
tolerate fake gay.
It was
in
for
this
show.
house. I'm sorry.
And you were that.
I'm sorry.
It's a banger though.
It was so repetitious. I'm fine with repetition sometimes, but man. And they were fake
Not-
gay. So-
Not in
Yeah.
this house. Not in this house. I'm sorry.
Is that
I just had this handy laying around.
by the way, I really want the community to say these colors don't run. Steal that motto and apply it to the rainbow. Make sure that happens at some point. So, the devil wears Prada. 1. Does anyone have an opinion? The devil wears Prada.
I don't know enough of their stuff.
Okay, metalcore.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's about. I'll give
1,
one
2,
thumbs
3.
up, but yeah.
I am thumbs up too. Just
Not the best by any means. I agree that their stuff hasn't aged terrifically well either, but it's fine for what it is.
Technically proficient, but at the same time, they got a lot of similar sounding material to a fault. So.
I mean, I'll take Dillinger over Prada any day, but I won't complain if you put them on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dillinger on a completely different level.
Yeah,
different.
different
exactly.
tiers. Yeah. From Steven. Oh, this might be the last one, just because I don't know if we can do it fast, but Soundgarden versus Stone Temple Pilots.
Come on.
Have we done this one?
We might have done it on a document.
I don't think on camera.
Not on camera, absolutely.
Soundgarden. 1, 2, 3. And Stone Temple Pilots. 1, 2, 3.
And I get where John is coming from, because I'm a big Stone Temple Pilots
I get
defender.
why. Especially with the 90s output Stone Temple Pilots had, but...
They've got some hidden gems. They really do. They're a band worth looking up. Soundgarden is Soundgarden.
Yeah,
sure.
Chris and Kim just,
Such a meaning, like Super Unknown. Sorry.
Yeah. Bad Motorfinger for forever. So, I think this has been a great, mostly good, only a couple ridiculous moments of Rock Coliseum, and I apologize for messing up that poll, but I don't care enough to do anything about it. Courtney Love versus Hole can be some type of weird comments if you want. I don't care.
Not gonna lie.
I don't care. However,
weirdo music Reddit is going to have a field day with this. I don't know. Consider it that's our treat to you. Go nuts?
Is that what
let it spread? Bring the people in next time.
I know that's true. Are people just gonna hate watch the full 2-hour recap of this?
Yes. Oh no! Well, what a shame.
Let them. Oh no!
I know.
Don't do that.
Alex also
deliberately placed plenty of ads across the entire time to make a plentiful bounty.
And
87 mid rolls.
Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't do it between each of the most controversial ones that you're looking for. Oops. However,
that must have been YouTube. I don't
know. You are absolutely right. Just a second, everyone. We are over 150 likes.
Ooh, pet cam.
Oh, pet cam. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so psyched for this.
I'm not watching on stream, so I'm just
I'm on the delay.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay.
I'm not there.
So for a minute, we couldn't see the pet cam, so all it looked like was you pointing towards your crotch.
Pearl was completely asleep.
Context is important.
Just a second. You know what? If you're gonna do it that way, just a second.
Aww.
1 like equals 1 pet.
He's awake now because he just had to itch himself.
He's such a little guy.
Okay.
Furball. Hello.
He is a furball for sure. I want to thank everyone that did super chats. Everyone hit the like button. Everyone left comments. The reason why we keep doing these and they're fun is because people show up and people actually engage. This is fun for us, but we also want to do it because we wouldn't be doing this if there was no one in the audience. It would just be us in chat being obnoxious. No one wants that. You guys make it fun. Thank you. Also want to thank Gretchen again. Thank you for helping mod. Some people are ridiculous, and it's very much appreciated.
Well, very much. Very much.
I know you guys have some stuff to plug, especially stuff coming up. John, why don't you go first on things we can expect?
Well, Mark and I already, at halftime, said what we got coming. We got a collab review that'll probably be out, what would you say, Mark, early next week?
Early next week, yeah.
Yeah, early next week on the new Post Malone album. That's going to be on the Spectrum Pulse channel, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. I am back in production on 7 on Sunday, and a couple of the topics that are coming down the pipeline are some of the most insane on-stage meltdowns in music, in addition to modern rock songs that have not aged well. So those will be out in the near future. And I've also got a tier list coming on bands I outgrew.
Ah.
Very interesting.
That's a good idea.
Very nice.
Mark, why don't you go ahead?
All right, so I had my episode of Billboard Breakdown go live this morning. It was a little bit late, but that because it's also 27 minutes long and had to deal with all the inanities and insanities of the Billboard Hot 100. Thankfully, this week is a little bit slower for me in terms of reviews, so I'm finally actually getting around to that Angel Electronics album, which again I am crazy late on. That's one of the ones I want to get to. There's also an emo album I'm interested in the Home Is Where album that I'm finally going to circle around and talk about because I've heard great things about it. But I got to be honest, on the 28th, we've got Travis Scott, Post Malone, Carly Rae Jepsen.
That's big
That's
names.
kind of stacked.
Yep.
You got a big
And
weekend.
Mark and I will be doing our Post Malone review live from Travis's Egypt concert that got canceled.
Wait,
Yeah, it did. Live Nation Post
Yeah,
Malone
they just did that today.
today.
oh, that album might not drop then.
It might not. You're right.
Oh God! I don't
Good
want
news for Post.
to-
Crash while they're contemplating their next moves. What do you have coming up?
Oh, I have been a busy little beaver here recently, but yeah, folks, I recently finished up my latest edition of FIMI for quarter 2, which is where I review a bunch of albums that I missed throughout the year. Covered a lot of quarter 2 stuff. Spent about an hour, 15 minutes on that one, so a lot of ground covered there. As I shamelessly plugged earlier, I was also a guest very recently here on the Song vs. Song podcast. Todd in the Shadows and Lena Morgan run that fun little operation. They had me on for the Flowers versus Vampire discussion, the big middle of the year sort of hits that were going on. We had a very interesting chat over there. Absolutely check that out. Wherever you podcast from, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's on Stitcher, it's on everything. So definitely check that out as well. I also released my latest long-form essay on the Curse of the Best New Artist Grammy. Part 2 of that came out, covering 95 to 99. A lot of stuff to talk about in that video, too. That's also a recent release. Honestly, I don't have anything immediate coming down the pipeline. Like, I'm going to be doing album reviews here and there. Yeah. But thank God I finally get a little bit of a break. But stay tuned on my channel, because more stuff is definitely coming down the pipeline soon. Very soon.
Very awesome. On my channel, the one you're watching right now. Oh, by the way, all 3 of these gentlemen's links you can find in the description below. Every single one for each channel. Please subscribe to all of them. They're worth it. Great content on each one. On my channel, you're going to see some album reviews coming up in the next week or so. Quite several on them, both on the website and the short ones I do, like actual video. Coming up soon is Seven Dust's Return to Form with Truth Killer. I was not expecting to be, and I'm a Seven Dust fan, going back to like junior high. This is a return to form in a lot of different ways, and I'm very impressed and happy about that. So, that being said, yeah. So that's coming soon. I have the list over halfway written out, like the whole video. I'm making a video, the top 10, a ranked video, top 10 best guitarists from the 90s.
Ooh,
I'm going to upset a lot. It is, and it's the ranking that is the hard discussion. I know names I can add, but ranking them is very difficult. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
If you don't do metal well, there's going to be a lot of very angry people.
Oh, absolutely.
I've given up on trying to make people happy on this list. I know. I already know. So, and that's fine. But I can put in there, I'm going to put at the end, if you don't like this list, I hope it keeps you up at night. I'll just, something like that. I'll end like that. Also, a few other things coming up. You'll see another few shorts coming on different socials and on YouTube here. One big thing that's happening, though, along with the podcast episodes that happen on the weekends, they get uploaded on Saturday. I have to say this. You're going to see some interesting things. I have to keep a little bit quiet. I mentioned Riot Fest earlier, just as a joke. Keep your eyes peeled for some Riot Fest stuff. You might see something kind of cool. That's all I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. So, that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you all for having a great time. No, we will not be singing Untitled to close off the show. But how do we close off the show? We didn't have any impressions that I'm aware of. Oh, we did of Len. We did have the Len impression.
Yeah. You know what? Bring in more pet cam. I am all for more pet cam.
Yeah,
we cannot get enough pet cam here. We really can't.
Hang on.
If Baymax was still in here, I would have brought him back too. But unfortunately, he has hopped out.
Aww.
Hello, kitty.
Hey, buddy. Aw. He's a heckin' chunker, too. Look at him.
Oh, yeah.
He's not even that chunky and heavy. He's not really heavy.
He's just
so much fur.
He is the fur. I had a cat just like that. Yeah.
Oof.
Pearl would like to wish everyone a good night as he looks on. Yeah, I know.
Good night.
We get the pets just saying Untitled to carry us out.
Meow, 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 meow. Like the
Meow,
cats
meow,
you-
meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
He's the explorer cat, though. He climbs on the desk. See what I mean? He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Ah,
Thank you all for tuning in
Okay.
as the big tail flops around. How else do we want to close besides Pet Cam? Oh, I'm glad I didn't show that. You almost saw my rock logo blocked perfectly, cat butt. Boy, that could have been bad. Whoo, boy.
Censored.
I know, right? Anything else we should end with?
I'm drawing a blank. I don't know.
So am I.
We've ended a lot of these.
We have.
We have. We need to start
Five,
planning this out.
5 years, dozens of episodes, and we still don't know how to do it.
We don't. There's just such a barrage of information and thinking that I think it just kind of melts us after a while. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke, do you have your Cookie Monster outfit?
I don't. It's
There you go.
not accessible. No.
Oh,
Yeah, let me put that on really quick.
Just suit up like you're a superhero. Just 2 seconds. You
I
just
know.
wear it underneath at all times.
No, but I'm going to go to outro video. Check this out, though, so they can't see us right now as we fade away. I know! Cookies for me! If you steal my sunshine, never eat my cookies! Don't you take my cookies! Is that good?
How could this happen to me?
We made our mistakes.
Got nowhere to run.
I ain't singing. I only got $5 out of this.